its very best. Smiles back to glass. Look, it was laughing. Separates the men from the boys, and it's happening right now. On Sports Radio 96.7, we feature a Mercer County showdown as the Lakeview Sailors host the Sharpsville Blue Devils. Our 2024-25 high school sports broadcasts are brought to you by Bill McCandless Ford in Mercer and Meadville. The Reinhardt's Agency. It's not the insurance they sell, it's the service that makes them better. Mancino's Driving School, where safe driving starts. Lock, stock, and barrel. Serving giant subs since 1973. Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer. Warner's Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1958. St. Paul's in Greenville, a senior living community. Grove City Area Federal Credit Union, banking but better. Attorney Bill Motor, excellence, experience, and integrity. Mercer County State Bank, community-minded since 1911. Herman's Water, when taste matters. Vay's Pub and Grill, make it special, make it Vay's. Hermitage Rotary Club, if you're struggling with prescription opioids, there is hope. Taylor Insurance, trusted for generations. Minuteman Press and One Stop Mail for all of your printing, marketing, and mailing needs. DK Auto LLC in Grove City, specializing in southern vehicles up to $15,000. The Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash in Grove City is the area's only stay-in-your-car quick lube. They're locally owned and nationally known. Drive in, drive out. It's that easy. The Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash of Grove City. Please thank this great group of sponsors for supporting all of our high school sports broadcasts all season long. Now it's time to go to the field with our countdown to kickoff show with our game announcers, Ryan Briggs and Chris Burtch.
And we are live tonight here on Sports Radio 96.7 and Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook. Tonight, the Sharpsville Blue Devils on the road taking on the Lakeview Sailors. Hi, everybody. Ryan Briggs here tonight in Stoneboro, joined as usual by Chris Burtch. Chris, very intriguing matchup tonight. Sharpsville 4-1. Blue Devils have been on a roll. They've won 3 straight. Lakeview looking to bounce back from a tough loss at Reynolds last week. 2 very explosive teams. 2 teams that are having very fine seasons in 2024.
Yeah, I mean, I almost think, what we're looking at here is a team that has really found their identity with this Sharpsville bunch. You remember talking to Coach Piccarelli before the Week 1 game against Girard. He didn't know what this team was going to be. Well, here they are. Here we are 5 weeks in. They're 4-1, and their identity is run the football, keep the offense on the field, play good defense, win games. They're like the Michigan from last year, right? Lakeview, lots of athletes, lots of playmakers, racking up big numbers, but they've lost a couple of games and had a couple of close wins that, you realize how the potential of this team, but they really haven't kind of found that identity yet. Obviously, tonight, Coach Reddick hoping that they find theirs.
Lakeview, a team that has kind of adjusted its identity here since the beginning of the season. They were a line up in the eye, run it, now more of a spread team, still running it a lot, but more or less get the ball in the athletes' hands.
That's it. I mean, when you got the athletes that Lakeview has, that's what you want to do, right? Leighton Zockrell, the electric senior quarterback, doing some great things. Shell, Brewer, Skiles, the list goes on and on. They just have athletes everywhere. The key for them is getting them on the field and getting them into situations where they can make plays and not making that kind of crucial mistake that we have seen teams make against Sharpsville. So, yeah, just all kinds of, intriguing chess match type things, when you look at this game.
Sharpsville and Lakeview tonight here on Sports Radio 96.7. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll take a look at the teams. We'll also visit with the coaches, and we'll have the Minuteman Press and one-stop mail starting lineups. More pregame after this on Sports Radio 96.7.
I run a local business. With payroll, expenses, taxes, and equipment, taking care of business is a lot of work. But at my bank, I get mobile banking, online bill pay, and the financial advice I need to make the best decisions for my business. My bank is a financial partner I can count on. Mercer County State Bank. Member FDIC. Your community bank. Online at mcsbank.bank.
Ken Frederick here at the Bellwood Express Care and Car Wash in Grove City. Experience. We're all about experience. The experience of our expert quick lube techs and also the experience we'll provide you with every oil change. You can go anywhere for an oil change, but you come here to the Bellwood Express Care and Car Wash in Grove City for the experience. Drive in, drive out. It's that easy. The Bellwood Express Care and Car Wash in Grove City.
Hello, Shell Restoration. May I help you? Hello?
Oh, I was waiting for the beep or the part that tells me what button to press.
No, I'm a real person.
Great. I've been leaving messages all day to try and compare prices on my roof.
Well, we can have one of our project managers call you to set up an appointment within an hour. You'll be at your house for an estimate within 24 hours.
Wow, that's service.
Well, that's what we specialize in.
Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer. Call today for a free estimate. 800-663-1003. Or look for Shell Restoration on Facebook.
Score big with a new checking account at Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. At the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union, you get a free checking account that offers no minimum balance, no monthly service fees, and unlimited transactions. Download their mobile app and you can get 24/7 account access and remote deposit. See them at one of their 2 locations in Grove City or online at gcafcu.org. Member NCUA, Equal Housing and Equal Opportunity Lender. Open a checking account now and score 4 tickets to a local high school sports event. Call for details.
Countdown to Kickoff is brought to you by Minuteman Press and One Stop Mail in Hermitage. Minuteman Press and One Stop Mail for all your printing, marketing, and mailing needs.
And we are back here at Lakeview High School on a gray, damp evening. Right now it is not precipitating, and we might get a sprinkle or two, but I think it's kind of going to be a damp evening. Field is in excellent shape. Certainly the field needed some some irrigation, if you will, Chris. But the one thing that could be a factor tonight is the wind.
Yeah.
You know, the wind has been gusting today, of course, with the storm system moving through. It is, in fact, at times swirled as the day has gone on, and we expect that to continue tonight. And but the way Lakeview's been throwing the ball, and Sharpsville certainly is not averse to passing, and of course the kicking game as well. Something to keep an eye on tonight.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, obviously Leighton Zockrell, they'll throw it all over the field if that's what the defense gives them. We saw them do that a little bit last week against Reynolds. So the wind could play a factor there. And Aiden Cadman, he just keeps getting better and better. And last week Slippery Rock came out 10 in the box against them, and Cadman hit him a couple of bombs and loosened that Slippery Rock defense right up. So you think about that script for both of those teams. Wet football perhaps. The wind. I mean, you can see the guys that are down there with the sweatpants, the officials and the coaches. Their pants are whipping around on their legs. So there's definitely some wind that could play a factor in their passing games.
The Lakeview passing game has certainly taken flight. The leading passer in Mercer County is Leighton Zockrell of Lakeview. 755 yards this year, threw for 247 yards, 20 of 33 last week, a couple of touchdowns at Reynolds in the 36-26 setback. And Zockrell is certainly a guy he can throw short, he can throw medium, and he can throw deep. Yeah,
there's certainly no issues with his arm strength, right? I mean, we've seen him air it out. And, a lot of the yards, though, that he picks up are those sort of, call them medium passing passes, to Shell, and obviously his primary target is Braden Brewer, and Skiles too. Yeah, all of those guys right around 500-600 yards receiving. But what they do is they pick up yardage after the catch, right? I mean that's where those two are great, and it makes it easy for Zockrell. And then you get worried about taking that away, and that's when Zockrell can hit you with the bomb.
Zockrell, as we said, 755 yards this year, 6 touchdowns. He's also rushed for 168 yards and 4 touchdowns. But when you talk about running the 1-2 combination, Braden Brewer, Blake Skiles, Brewer was the feature back Earlier in the season, Skiles getting the ball as a running back more so now. Skiles 389 yards, Boer 337. They've combined for 7 touchdowns. In fact, Skiles 890 yards from scrimmage this year. They are a dynamite 1-2 combination.
Yeah, I mean, both of them. We've seen 2 games of Lakeview's. And certainly one of them, Boer, just wasn't going to let them lose to Mercer. And then last week, Skiles almost single-handedly brought them to victory against Reynolds. So, yeah, those two that's a special combo.
Lakeview, they've had to shuffle the offensive line. Last week, tight end Garrett Guthrie moving to right guard. He's at left guard tonight. Bryson Heckman, who has started at left guard and left tackle this year, he's at right tackle. Luke Scheide goes from tackle to guard, and they've had a couple of injuries up front. Lakeview not a very deep team, as there are a few 1A teams that are deep.
Right.
Lakeview, the injuries, it's kind of it's become a bit of a chess match up front, trying to get the right pieces in the right spot.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing with with an offensive line, right? Is you want your to your sum to equal more than your parts. And in the case of this Lakeview shuffling, you look at what Coach Reddick has basically done here is right. He's tried to fill a couple of bubbles of injuries and move some people around. Got some guys playing for the first time, and also some guys that are playing a position for the first time. So certainly something to keep an eye on.
And that Lakeview line will be tested by the Sharpsville front, of course, offensively and defensively. That front 4, defensively, Brian White, a couple of sacks last week, and the one at Slippery Rock, Antonio Miller. He was Antonio Cornejo, but Coach Piccarelli says he's Antonio Miller. But either way, he's at the other end, and then in the middle, Jordan White and TJ Locklear. That front 4, an outstanding front 4. They can stop the run, and as was evidenced last week at Slippery Rock, get after the quarterback.
Get after the quarterback, right? And that's exactly what you pointed out there. The job for that Lakeview offensive line is to keep Leighton Zockerl able to kind of run around and make plays a la Doug Flutie like he likes to. Because those guys, that defensive front, they can get in there in a hurry and not allow some of that because they're really good.
Of course, on the other side, that group, along with Colton Spangler and Micaiah Lenzi, the offensive line clearing the way for a very fine 1-2 combo as well in the backfield. Halfback Jaden White, fullback Gino Curry, the freshman. And that Sharpsville wants to get that ground game going, and running behind those 6, that's a pretty good idea.
Yeah, I mean, that's it, right? They got that huge offensive line that is getting better and better as a unit. And Jaden White and Gino Curry, what both of those guys are. It's rare to have 2 that are like this. Is they're those guys that as the game goes on, you get tired of tackling them. So you watch on film, you see a lot of guys that are just kind of giving it like a 72% effort because they're tired of tackling those guys, and that's it. They just wear people down.
White leading Sharpsville 424 yards this year. He's also caught 7 passes. 3 of those have gone to the end zone. Then Gino Curry. If there was a freshman of the year or rookie of the year in Mercer County, he certainly would be a front runner. 279 yards, 5 touchdowns this year for the 210-pound freshman. Then, of course, the quarterback, Aiden Cadman, 423 yards, 6 touchdowns this year. Had a couple of touchdown tosses at the Rock last week. His favorite target, Aiden Pushkar, 8 catches, 192 yards. Pushkar leads the county in yards per catch, 24. Talk about the big play capability with Lakeview. Same certainly with Sharpsville.
Yeah, Pushkar, what he's really good at is finding a seam in the middle of the field. And then Cadman will find him, and then he'll pick up yards after catch. That's a lot of that great average that he has. It's kind of those maybe 18-yard plays, and then he picks up another 10 or 15 with his legs. And really tough to guard when you're so worried about Sharpsville's running game.
When we come back, we'll visit with the head coaches. Don't forget, we also have the Minuteman Press and One Stop Mail starting lineups here on Sports Radio 96.7.
Are you or a loved one looking for a senior living residence offering independent living and personal care? Then the Heritage at St. Paul's Senior Living Community in Greenville is right for you. Heritage offers private apartments that provide the comforts of home with as little or as much personal care as you need. St. Paul's makes it easy to feel at home. Call 724-588-7610 or visit stpauls1867.org today for more information or to schedule a tour.
You're independent. So are we. We're a locally owned independent bank. Because of that, we make our loan decisions right here at the bank. You don't have to wait for some out-of-town loan committee to get together. We offer fast, quick answers on your loan requests. Mercer County State Bank. Member FDIC.
Your community bank. Online at mcsbank.bank. I'm hungry.
Well, I know just the place to go.
They got what I like.
Oh, yeah.
Win. Wait, what about drinks?
Well, it's a bar and grill, so yeah, you're covered.
Win.
Speaking of win, they've got gaming too, so you can
Win.
come sit down for a great meal, a great drink, a great time, or all three. Blaze Pub and Grill has just what you want, so come by for good eats, cold drinks, and the latest ways to win. Blaze Pub and Grill, East State Street, Hermitage.
Picture this. If you're with a group of friends and someone offers you a loan, you don't know what's in that bill. The person who gave it to you may not even know. Unfortunately, you increase your risk and overdose. Every day, nearly 300 Americans die from a drug overdose. Get the facts. Be your own advocate.
Contact Mercer County Behavioral Health Inc. in Mercer, PA at 724-662-2230 or visit cdc.gov/stop-overdose. Brought to you by the Heritage PA Rotary Club and the Mercer County Opioid Settlement Fund.
Countdown to Kickoff is brought to you by Minuteman Press and One Stop Mail in Hermitage. Minuteman Press and One Stop Mail for all your printing, marketing, and mailing needs.
We're back on Sports Radio 96.7, and I'm joined by Lakeview head coach Blake Reddick. And Coach, obviously you played a Reynolds team last week that had certainly been impressive at times, but they had made a lot of mistakes throughout the earlier part of their season. They didn't make any of those mistakes against you, put together really a full game.
Yep, that team's really coming into their own. I mean, like Coach said, that they don't have any seniors on that team, so they're still growing up over there, right, which is incredible that they're doing as well as they are without any seniors. But yeah, I mean, it's a good football team. Everybody continues to get better every week, which we're trying to do over here as well. But yeah, they played a heck of a game, and they were clean, and we weren't quite as clean. So.
Right. Yeah. Again, and sometimes it's tough when you lose a game to kind of look at positives. But I mean, you guys are moving the football at will. You got to love the way your offense has been kind of clicking.
Yeah, we're clicking. I mean, we're missing some shots here and there. Defensively, we definitely need to get better. Figure some things out there. Hopefully, we can do that this week. We worked on some stuff, obviously, at practice, ramping stuff up with the guys, and everybody's still healthy, and we're good to go.
It's always like a kind of question that either coaches get angry that there is distractions, or they get angry that they're being asked about it, because that's a distraction. But it is homecoming here. Only your second home game, week 6, only your second home game. Yep. Homecoming. How has that week been for, distractions and stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean, first off and foremost, it's not a distraction for me, but obviously the kids are thinking about homecoming a little bit. So it is a distraction. At the same time, it feels great to be home, no matter what the conditions are, whether it rains tonight, whether it snows, hails, or whatever it does. I don't care. We're home. We're playing a home football game. It's homecoming. And, yeah, we're ready to go. Distractions or not, we're just happy to be here.
Right. Playing a really good Sharpsville team tonight. Obviously a team that, at the beginning of the year, Coach Piccarelli was talking about, I don't know if we're going to win a game or two. All of a sudden, they're playing really well, really put it all together last week against Slippery Rock. What are some of your concerns about Sharpsville?
Yeah, they're tough, but that's Sharpsville. I mean, you see Sharpsville on the schedule, you know that they are a football program. They're not just a team that ebbs and flows and goes up and down over the years. I mean, they might not win a championship every year, but they're competing for 1 year in and year out. That is a football program, and that's what we're trying to build here at Lakeview.
Right.
And that was our Chris Burtch with Lakeview head coach Blake Reddick. Chris also had a chance to talk with veteran head coach of the Sharpsville Blue Devils, Paul Piccarelli.
We're back on Sports Radio 96.7, and I'm joined by Sharpsville head coach Paul Piccarelli. And Coach, you got to be very happy with the way your team's been playing. A great win in the region 2 weeks ago against Reynolds, and then you play a pretty good 3A Slippery Rock team and play nearly flawless football. You guys kind of come into this game riding pretty high.
Oh, yes. There's no complaints anywhere. I mean, we're running the ball, and that's what we wanted to do this year. We knew we were going to be a ground more oriented team than throwing, but we're very capable of throwing. I just wish we had a little bit more athleticism on, around, but that's fine. What we lack in that, we pick up with the line.
Great. Cadman really kind of picked you guys up. Slippery Rock came in, 10 guys in the box, and he was money a couple times to loosen that defense up. You got to love his development.
Well, he's been a lifesaver for us. I mean, for if we didn't have him this year, it would have been a lot different story. He makes us. He's athletic. He can throw the ball. Very intelligent on offense and defense. He sets everybody up, and a real bonus for us.
Right. Hey, we were talking a little bit off air, and obviously, you're offensively, you feel really good about your ability to chew up yardage, to keep the clock rolling, all of those kinds of things. This Lakeview team, a lot of athletes, a lot of game breakers. What are some of your concerns with them?
Well, that's our biggest concern. I think they got 3 or 4 more athletes than we got, and you got to keep them contained and not let them have the big play and force them to, grind it out and hopefully turn it over. And then on the other hand, we have to just pound the ball and see if we can run it and eat up clock. I mean, that's the plus we have. When you lack one thing, if we can pound the ball and eat up clock and our defense doesn't have to be out there all the time, it makes a big difference.
Right. And that was our Chris Burtch and Sharpsville head coach Paul Piccarelli. We appreciate Coach Pick and Coach of Lakeview for their joining us in the pregame. Time now for tonight's starting lineups. The starting lineups, as always, are brought to you by Minuteman and One Stop Mail of Hermitage. Minuteman Press and One Stop Mail. For all of your printing, marketing, and mailing needs, give them a follow on Facebook, Minuteman Press and One Stop Mail of Hermitage. First for Sharpsville on offense, the Blue Devils are led by senior quarterback Aiden Cadman, 6 feet 180, a senior. The fullback Gino Curry, 5'11", 210, a freshman. The halfback Jaden White, 5'9", 170, a senior. The wingback is Hayden McFeeters, 6 feet 220, a senior. Split end Aiden Pushkar, 5'11", 145, a senior. And the tight end is Antonio Miller, 6 feet 225, a senior. Left tackle TJ Locklear, 6'4", 370, a senior. Brian White at left guard, 5'10", 275, a senior. Colton Spangler is the center, 6'4", 250. He's a senior. Jordan White at right guard, 5'10", 230, a sophomore. And Micaiah Lindsay at right tackle, 6'1", 310, a senior. The Lakeview defense,
starting defense,
5-3 alignment. The front three, Garrett Guthrie, 6 feet 235, a senior. Luke Scheide, 6'3", 245, a senior. The noseman is Bryson Heckman, 6'2", 275, a senior. The linebackers, Owen Reynolds, 5'7", 140, a junior. Johnny Husband, 6'2", 210, a senior. Tanner Vincent, 5'11", 205, a senior. Braden Boer, 5'11", 170, a senior. And Carson Boitnott, 6'1", 180, a senior. The corners are Julian Zackrell, 5'9", 145, a junior. And Blake Skiles, 6'2", 160, a senior. The free safety, Leighton Zackrell, he is a senior, 5'9", and 140. Turning things over to the Lakeview side, the quarterback is Leighton Zackrell. The fullback is Gavin Shell, 5'10", 165, a junior. Boer's the tailback. Skiles is the slot back. The left tackle, Wyatt Maxwell, 6 feet 275, a sophomore. Guthrie at left guard. Vincent at center. Scheide at right guard. Heckman at right tackle. The receivers are Julian Zackrell and Carson Boitnott. For Sharpsville, 4-2-5 alignment, the ends are Miller and Brian White. The tackles are Locklear and Jordan White. Hayden McFeeters at one inside linebacker spot. The other inside backer is Brennan Huffman, a sophomore, 5'7", 140. The corners are Vogan and Pushkar. Caleb Conquars, the strong safety, 6'2", 170, a sophomore. Jaden White, the free safety. And Cadman is the nickelback. Your officials tonight, Rick Witten is your referee, Melvin Baker, the umpire, Chuck Schwartz, the head linesman, Tom Davis, the line judge, and Andy Payne is the back judge. Chris and I will take a 30-second break. We'll come back with a kickoff. It's Sharpsville and Lakeview coming up next on Sports Radio 96.7.
If you don't study area federal credit union, you get a free checking account that offers no minimum balance, no unlimited transactions. Download their mobile app and you can get 20 account and remote deposits. They don't do one of their 2 locations in Grove City or online at sca.org. Member NCUA, Equal Housing and Equal Opportunity Lender. Open a checking account now and score 4 tickets to a local high school sports event. Call for details.
The first quarter is brought to you by the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Banking, but better.
Welcome back to Lakeview High School. Ryan Briggs, Chris Burtch with you. Captains are heading out towards midfield. Chris, what are a couple of things you'll be keeping an eye on?
Oh, I mean, it's with this game right here, there really isn't much of a mystery about this. Sharpsville wants to, just kind of keep the chains moving, keep the Lakeview offense off the field, and kind of win the game with time of possession. Lakeview obviously has to get three and outs, tackle the big Sharpsville running backs, make sure that the offense is out there a lot, and then when they're out there, they got to make plays.
captains are out at midfield. Lakeview at home tonight in the slate-colored jerseys, white numbers and letters outlined in red, slate-colored pants with the black helmets, the alternate jerseys for the Sailors, and Sharpsville in the traveling white jerseys, blue numbers and letters, blue pants, white helmets with the red stripe for West Middlesex down the middle. Those of you watching, our videographer tonight is Cole Kudiak, who is a senior. I don't know. He's a student here at Lakeview.
Yeah.
Gary Burke highly recommended him. So,
Yes.
but we put a lot of faith in Coach Burke's in his recommendation.
Yeah.
We're great to have Cole joining us tonight. Glad you could join us here on this final Friday of September, week number 6. Referee Rick Witten telling us that Sharpsville has won the toss. The Blue Devils have deferred their option to the second half, and we presume Lakeview will receive, and indeed the Sailors will. Although you never know. Occasionally you see it, but it will be Lakeview receiving to begin tonight's game. Field in excellent shape. It is a grass field here. I know you were down on the field, Chris.
Yeah,
It is pristine.
It really is, yeah. And again, we've come over here, both earlier in seasons, and it's been kind of a dust bowl, and then later in the year it can get a little muddy and kind of barren. But yeah, right now it looks like a Major League Baseball outfield, So yeah, they've done a great job, and the rain's helping out a little bit. But jackets, ski hats, long sleeve T-shirts, all those kind of things. For the first time, it's week 6. Those things are out in the stands for the first time tonight.
It is a very humid night, though.
Yeah, it is right. It's kind of a weird night, right? The wind is cold, but it's humid and 68.
And the dew point is probably about 65 or 66. It is a sticky night, but should be a fun one here at Lakeview High School. Sharpsville will go left to right in the first quarter, away from the new scoreboard here at Lakeview. Yeah. They have the play clocks installed here as well, new bleachers as well. They've really, the upgrades here, of course, already a very, very nice facility here. Yeah. They've really elevated a lot. This press box, fabulous. We do not have to be, we don't need any extra encouragement to come see our folks here at Lakeview.
No, we love it here, obviously. Lots of good friends working in the sports administration here. And, right, it's just one of the cooler vantage points, in the whole area, kind of looking over and the leaves are starting to change color out there. And, yeah, you said it, the additions and the things that they've done at the stands here, stadium here, are really top-notch.
Hear the wind picking up a little bit. Rylan Piccarilli will be kicking off from left to right. Has it teed up in the middle of the field at the 40. Skiles and Hoover deep for Lakeview, and the kick is a line drive near side, fielded by one of the upmen at the 29-yard line, out across the 35, and brought down at the 40 on the run back for Lakeview. Carson Matheson on the run back, and good starting field position for the Sailors, beginning this drive at the 40.
Yeah, Matheson was fine. You're going to kick it to me, but watch this, and pretty good return by him there, and gets the Sailors in good field position to start.
Ball at their own 40-yard line.
Lakeview working on the near left hash mark to begin tonight's game. We have Art Shannon back in the studio producing our game. The People's Champ doing a great job as always. First down and 10 for Lakeview. The Sailors will come out in the shotgun. 2 receivers to either side. Boynton and Boer to the right. Skiles slot left inside of Julian Zackrell. Leighton Zackrell in the shotgun, and the give is to Gavin Shell over the right side, and he'll get perhaps a yard and then be driven to the turf by the 370-pound defensive tackle, T.J. Locklear. It's a gain of 1.
Yeah, looks a little just kind of almost like they put a hat on a hat the whole way across the line of scrimmage, did Sharpsville. And did a good job kind of getting off the blocks there, and really good first defensive play for the Sharpsville Blue Devils.
It'll be second down and 9 at the 41-yard line. Just underway here at Lakeview High School. Ryan Briggs and Chris Burtch with you tonight. 4 receivers set again. We'll see a lot of this tonight from Lakeview. 2 receivers on either side. 4-man front for Sharpsville. Play clock at 3. Zackrell Throws it into the right flat. It's caught by Boer. Boer stumbles, gets away from one man, heads upfield. Boer across midfield. Boer to the 35. Boer cuts back to his left and loses his footing. He goes down at the 25-yard line, but it is going to be a pickup of 34 on the catch and run.
Yeah, that's exactly what Coach Piccarelli was talking about. Is, you know, we can know what play is coming. We can put a hat on a hat, so to speak. But sometimes their athletes can get out in space and make plays. And that is exactly what Braden Boer did that time.
You talked about in the pregame, they love the throw short, run long.
Yes, that's it, right? Pick up all those yards with after the catch. So
pick up a 34. It'll be first and 10 for Boer, his 9th catch of the season. 3 receivers to the left this time, 2 to the right. Zackel alone in the shotgun. Quarterback draw for Leighton Zackel. He is going to be dropped at the 22. Antonio Miller and Jordan White, a couple of the starting defensive linemen, combine on the tackle. A pickup of 3 for Zackel on his first run of the night.
Yeah, nice little play fake there by Zackel, and able to get a nice little first down pickup, and sets up second and about 6 for the Sailors.
Yeah, second and 6 at the 21-yard line. First drive of the game. 10:05 to go, first quarter. Sailors on the move. Owen Reynolds wide left, Skiles slot left, Boer slot right. Zackel into the shotgun. Zackel back to pass. Has time now, flushed out to his right. Zackel looking to run. He's going to head upfield and be nudged out of bounds by Brennan Huffman right near the 20-yard line. Zackel on the scramble, picks up a yard. It is 3rd and 5 at the 20. And Lakeview is at the Sharpsville 20, and thus in the McCandless Ford red zone. McCandless Ford, Mercer, and Meadville.
Yeah, you talked about that Sharpsville defensive line being able to pressure the quarterback. There they were. They were right in Zockel's grill, but Zockel using the scamper ability that he has to get out there and at least not to allow that to be a negative play.
3rd and 5 at the 20. Zackel in the shotgun. And the give is to Shell. Shell hesitates, and he'll get a couple of yards, but he's going to be short. Brian White, Jordan White combine on the tackle, and it will be 4th down and about 3 upcoming. The ball will be put down at the 18-yard line. 4th and 3, and not surprisingly, Lakeview will go for it.
Yeah, definitely 4-down territory once they get inside here. So, yeah, really another good job by the Sharpsville defensive front there. Just nowhere for the no space. On that play for the Lakeview running backs.
4th and 3. This is the 6th play of the drive. The big play on the drive was a 34-yard catch and run by Boer, but now 4th and 3 at the 18. Owen Reynolds wide left, ball in the middle of the field. Double wing set out of the shotgun. Boer in motion from right to left. It's a scissors play. Hand up to Skiles, cuts back to his left. He's going to be hit and very close, and he's going to be short. He did not get there. Had to get to the 15, and Hayden McFeeters chopped him down at the 16.
Hayden McFeeters, obviously he did not get going the wrong direction there on that great misdirection play. McFeeters made a great play, stayed home, got him low, and the Sharpsville defense holds.
That scissors play, of course, a staple of the Delaware wing tee that we'll see from Sharpsville. But obviously the Blue Devils, they've seen that in practice a few times.
Yeah, that's for sure. Right. That's they're running that over and over again. So, yeah, it's good misdirection, but they know that defensive front knows about staying home on that.
6-play, 44-yard drive, but it will be Sharpsville ball, moving left to right, ball in the middle of the field.
16-yard line.
It'll be a double tight set. Split backs behind Aiden Cadman. Flanker left is Pushkar. 6-man front for Lakeview, and movement and offsides on Lakeview as the Blue Devils were into the neutral zone, and that will give Sharpsville a free 5 yards. That is the first penalty of the night.
Yeah. Yeah, you hate seeing that, certainly if you're Lakeview. Give them kind of a free 5 on a first down play before the ball's even snapped.
And a little bit more breathing room coming away from the goal line.
Right, yeah.
Just it's 5 yards just psychologically being on the good side of the 20 if you're on offense.
Yeah, that's a great point.
1st and 5 now. McFeeters tight to the right, Miller tight left. Curry and White, that's Jaden White, split backs behind Aiden Cadman. Flanker left is Pushkar, out past the numbers. Again, a 6-man front for Lakeview. Turn, and the give is to Curry off the left side. Gino Curry lowers the shoulder, and he'll be brought down at the 24-yard line. The freshman picks up 3 on the first offensive play of the night. And there is a Lakeview man down.
Timeout on the field.
And, of course, we talked about Lakeview being thin up front due to some injuries, and one of the players down. It may be obviously it's one of the front three. Cannot see the jersey number. It's been obscured, but it's going to be an injury timeout on the field. No score, 8:45 to go in the first quarter. We'll take a break. We will tell you about the injured player when we come back. Sharpsville and Lakeview scoreless on Sports Radio 96.7.
With Hermitage Minuteman Press. From eye-catching designs to professional printing, Hermitage Minuteman Press are your local experts. Boost your brand with stunning business cards, brochures, banners, apparel, and more. The Hermitage Minuteman Press team ensures top-quality results with lightning-fast turnaround. Plus, their marketing solutions will take you to the next level. Elevate your image and stand out from the competition. Experience excellence in printing and marketing at Minuteman Press today. Minuteman Press, 3170 East State Street in Hermitage. Online at hermitage.minutemanpress.com or follow them on Facebook. Mention this ad and receive 10% off your first order. The first quarter is brought to you by the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Banking, but better.
Back here at Lakeview as they continue to tend it to the injured Lakeview player. That's the starting nose tackle, Bryson Heckman, two-way starter on the offensive line. And, looked like maybe a case where he was kind of caught up in the wash as the running play moved forward.
Right. Yeah, I thought maybe, right when the play ended and he didn't get up right away, I thought maybe it was a shoulder. But don't know. Don't even want to speculate. But, yeah, certainly a lot of concern down there. So
don't forget, after the game, as always, we'll have the Reinhardt's Insurance Player of the Game and the Lock, Stock, and Barrel Play of the Game. That's coming up in our post-game later tonight. Once we sign off, Aaron Biro, Darren Steele, Art Shannon will have the Warner's Homes and Improvements fifth quarter scoreboard show until 11 o'clock tonight. That'll be coming up after we sign off. A full weekend of games, 10 games total on the county schedule this week. Chris, one game last night. Of course, Harbor Creek defeating Slippery Rock up in Erie County 35-10. 2 games tomorrow. Iroquois is at Kennedy. Golden Eagles celebrate homecoming at Butalis Stadium. And then the other game tomorrow night, Sharon at Meadville in a very intriguing Saturday night matchup. Yeah. But Chris will be updating us throughout the first half as well on all the goings-ons in Mercer County and around District 10, as just about everybody's in action this week. There's one open date. Cochranton is off this week.
Okay.
Of course, Wilmington was off last week. Hounds are hosting at Farrell tonight.
Yeah.
That game is on 790 WPIC. And also on Facebook Live, Sports Radio 96.7. Mark and Bob have the call. Chris, any updates for us?
Yeah. It's 7-0. Mercer Mustangs off to a great start against Sagertown. And Farrell off to a great start against Wilmington. They scored their first possession, 24-yard touchdown pass from Pegues, but to the kick, the extra point was blocked. So just 6-0 Farrell and 7-0 Sagertown. Those are the two I have so far, Briggsy.
And the Lakeview player Heckman making his way over the near side, but he is holding his right wrist or forearm. He's able to walk. He's able to walk off without assistance, but certainly he's clutching at that right now, and hopefully it is that it is not as bad as perhaps it could be.
Yeah.
But he'll be replaced in the lineup by Wyatt Maxwell up front in that 3-man front. 2nd down and 2 from the 24, and the give is to Curry. Gino Curry slamming up the middle, following center Colton Spangler upfield. Curry will pick up 6 out to the 30, and it will be a 1st down. And Sharpsville going right at the new nose tackle.
They really are, yeah, right. They, again, that's a big offensive line blocking for those 2 big running backs. Curry, the bigger of the 2, although just a freshman, just kind of snow plowing the Lakeview defensive front down the field to pick up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 30, ball in the middle of the field. Blue Devils have split backs again behind Cadman, double tight set. Turn, give us to Curry off the right side, hit, and actually it's Jaden White on the carry. White across the 35 to the 36-yard line, followed Curry through the hole, and out to the 37, brought down by Leighton Sacco. First carry of the night for Jaden White, and he nets 7.
Yeah. And he got popped right at the line of scrimmage there, but did not go down. And then once he sort of got a little bit of a
36-yard line,
kind of full steam ahead, it's really tough to bring down. And it's just so tough to bring those 2 down. I mean, it sounds like I'm oversimplifying it, but the problem with White and Curry is they're both really tough to tackle.
2nd and a long 3 from just shy of the 37-yard line. Split backfield behind Cadman, double tight set, turn, and the give is to Curry off the right side. He is hit, dragging a man forward. Curry will have the first down and stacked up by the Sailor defense. As in on the stop was Luke Scheide, among others. Boyknot in there, Leighton Zackrell, but Gino Curry on the trap over the right side gets across the 40 to the 41. That's 5, and the second first down of the night.
I just happened to see some highlights that just randomly came through my timeline on Twitter X about Ironhead Hayward, his career highlights, and at times that's exactly what Curry looks like. He looks like Craig Hayward plowing down the field. He looked like it right there.
First and 10 at the 41. 8-man line now for Sharpsville. Graham Perneskian is an extra tight end to give on the right side to Jaden White. He'll be corkscrewed down at the 43-yard line as Boyknot was able to get a hand on him and bring him down. Pickup of a couple will be 2nd down and 8. And in Sharpsville that time, everybody in tight.
Yeah, everybody's in tight, and Boyknot give him a lot of credit there for that tackling him low. That's really, I mean, it's again oversimplifying things, but White and Curry, you need to get them low. If you try to tackle them up high, it's not going to be pleasant, or it's not going to go well.
Approaching the 6-minute mark here in the first half. Cadman getting the play call from head coach Paul Piccirilli on the far side. Pushkar checking back in for Perneski. Pushkar wide right, that's the short side of the field. Double tight set. McFeeters to the right, Miller to the left. Play clock at 1. Cadman gets the snap. The give on a lead play to White. Jaden White upfield to the 50 to the 45. Hurdles the man to the 40. Jaden White out in the open. Finally brought down at the 30-yard line. Pickup of 27 yards for Jaden White. First down into Lakeview territory.
He reversed fields. He reversed direction 3 times, very subtly, but was able to sort of find seams all the way through, and then finally just popped down the sideline and was able to drag tacklers to pick up those last maybe 8 or 10 yards of that 27-yard run.
So this drive now 6 plays, 54 yards. There was a 5-yard penalty to start, and then 49 yards rushing on 6 straight runs. 5:45 to go first quarter. Blue Devils 1st and 10 at the Lakeview 30. Now they will go with a 9-man line. The interior 5 and 2 tight ends on either side of the tackles. Curry the single back, and the give is to Curry over the right side. He'll be hit by Boyknot immediately. Garrett Guthrie gets a piece of him as well. Curry gets about a yard. It will be 2nd and 9.
Boyknot coming in to make the initial hit.
Boyknot, that kind of that interior linebacker there is doing a really good job. Again, good interior tackle, and gives that Lakeview defense a little momentum here.
2nd and 9 at the 29-yard line. Sharpsville moving left to right here in the first quarter. No score here in Stoneboro. Sharpsville 4-1, Lakeview 3-2. Pushkar wide right, unbalanced line. Actually, it's double tight set, Pushkar's a flanker. Split backs behind Cadman. Give to Jaden White off the right side. White dragging a man forward to the 25 down to the 24-yard line. Tackle made by Scheide. Also getting a piece of him was Wyatt Maxwell from the nose tackle spot. But Jaden White, a tough run. He'll pick up 5 to the 24. And Sharpsville has its first 3rd down of the night. It'll be 3rd and 4.
Yeah, I tell you what, that was a 5-yard gain there for White and Sharpsville's offense. But you have to like what's happening here with this Lakeview defense as Scheide wrapping him up there around the lower part of his waist and just not letting him find any space. So a really good fundamental tackle there by Scheide.
3rd and 4 at the 24. Likely 2 downs to get the 4 yards. And the snap fumbled by Cadman. Looks like he may have jumped on it. But it's now going to be 4th and or no. Lakeview's going to come out of there with it. Well, let's see. No indication yet from referee Rick Witten. And his crew's getting together. I think it's going to stay Sharpsville ball. And the officials will confer. And the way the umpire pointed at the ground, I wonder if he's saying that the Sharpsville player had it long enough. Once he's on the ground, It's over. But
yeah, I mean, Cadman definitely went right straight down onto the football. I think there was obviously some scrum after that. But, I mean, wouldn't you agree that if he has possession of it at any point, if he's down, he's down?
Well, Lakeview guys are starting to get a little bit more excited.
Yeah.
Starting to point the other direction, but they don't have any say in it. And it's going to be 4th down.
Okay.
Recovery made by Sharpsville.
Was recovered by Sharpsville.
Yeah, I mean,
bring up fourth down.
the question is when Cadman went down, did he have full possession or did it squirt? Did it squirt out of there? And I think that was the discussion. So,
yeah, of course,
Sharpsville.
It's rained the last couple of days. It drizzled today, so the field's in great shape, as we said, but it is damp.
It's damp, sure.
And it's a humid night. Sweaty backside from the center, sweaty hands.
Yep.
4th and 4 at the 24-yard line. Officially no gain on the play. Double tight set, receivers to either side. White wide left. Cadman 3-step drop, throwing the slant for White, and it is caught by Jaden White for the first down. Down to the 14, a pickup of 10. The Blue Devils convert on 4th and 4.
How about Jaden White going out wide and running a great route there. Nice pass thrown by Cadman. So again, we're just putting Jaden White in situations and positions where he can make plays, and that's something I don't recall seeing before. For Sharpsville do. So a great call and a great play.
8th catch of the season for White. And he gives Sharpsville a first down at the 14 in the McCandless Ford red zone. McCandless Ford, Mercer, and Meadville. This drive has used over 6 minutes now. It's the 11th play of the drive. White wide left. Pushkar wide right. Double wing set with the tight ends are wings, and the give is to Curry. Curry over the left side. Curry to the 10. Pile moving 4. And then Curry is driven back. But he will get about 6 to the 8-yard line. We'll bring up 2nd down and 4 at the 8 with 2.5 minutes to go, first quarter.
Yeah, again, just the kind of the perfect Sharpsville drive, right? As they're chewing up clock. About 6.5 minutes here they're chewed up on this drive. So, yeah.
2nd down and 5.
2nd down and a long 5 from the 8-yard line. Call it for McFeeder's wing right. Miller wing left, receivers to either side. Curry the single back behind Cadman. Play clock at 9. Turn give to Curry over right guard. Curry hesitates, is hit by Husband and stacked up. Curry will get about 3 to the 5. It will be 3rd and short coming for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, Johnny Husband, 6'2", 210-pound senior linebacker, just kind of clogging everything up there.
For Lakeview.
And then the rest of the guys arrived. So
Sharpsville.
We saw the Sharpsville defense hold on a 4th down in the red zone. And, let's see if Lakeview's defense can do the same.
3rd and a yard at the 5. Pushkar wide right, way out at the numbers. White wide left. Double wing set. Curry the single back, and the give is to Curry over the left side. He is hit and then driven back. Boer with the initial hit, and he's going to be marked short. It's going to be 4th down and short for Sharpsville.
Curry on the carry. Off the left side, Braden Boer coming in to make a stop for Lakeview.
Really good job by the defensive front by Lakeview. Really kind of walling up there and just not allowing the freshman Gino Curry to get past the yard to gain.
14th play of the drive upcoming. 4th and a full yard for Sharpsville. Pushkar will be a wing to the left, White wing right, double tight set. Everybody in tight for 4th and a yard. Turn, give to Curry, trying to wedge his way forward, breaks out of the pile. Curry driving, spins, he's in, touchdown Sharpsville. Gino Curry scores on a 5-yard touchdown run, capping a 14-play, 84-yard drive that uses over 8 minutes.
Yeah, amazing. That's exactly what Sharpsville likes to do. They could script it out perfectly. That would be it. And Sharpsville Blue Devils on the board after a long, sustained drive.
Rylan Piccirilli to attempt the conversion. Logan Kent will hold. Piccirilli, 10 of 14 this year, but he's made 7 of his last 8 after a little bit of a shaky start. Kicking at the goalpost to the right. Snap is good. Kent puts it down. The kick is up, and Piccirilli drives it through. 7-0 Sharpsville. Blue Devils 14-play, 84-yard drive. We'll come back with the kickoff on Sports Radio 96.7 and Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook.
Houston 73, Lock, Stock, and Barrel open their doors and serve their first of over 3 million giant submarine sandwiches. And they still serve 42 health clubs and 15-inch buns. Lock, Stock, and Barrel also has burgers, specialty sandwiches, wraps, gyros, salads, wings, and even breakfast. Lock, Stock, and Barrel is also a full-service deli. Party rings, meat and cheese trays, and whole veggie trays are all available. Open Tuesday through Saturday, closed Sundays and Mondays.
The first quarter is brought to you by the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Banking, but better.
Be heard on X and on Facebook. Once again, Sports Radio.
Back here at Lakeview High School, an impressive touchdown drive for the Sharpsville Blue Devils to take the lead, and classic Sharpsville there, Chris.
Yeah, right. That's again, this is how this team is built, right? As they just that time they got the football, they got that 5-yard penalty to start the drive, and then it just was White and Curry kind of snow plowing down the field. A couple of well-timed pass plays executed by their quarterback Aiden Cadman. And the Sharpsville Blue Devils, an 8+ minute drive here in this their first possession of the game for a touchdown.
8:21 officially on the drive. And now we will see Picker really kicking off. And sounds elementary, but one team finished its drive, the other didn't.
That's it, right. Yep, that's exactly it. The big 4th down stop by Sharpsville, the key.
Line drive kick by Picker, really fielded at the 20 by Boer. Boer into the middle of the field at the 30. Boer upfield to the 40. Braden Boer into the open. He's in midfield. Boer to the 35, trying to beat Piccarelli. He does. To the 20, to the 15, and finally brought down by Logan Kent inside the 15-yard line. Braden Boer, a 65-yard run back. The Sailors are in business in the McCandless Ford red zone.
Yeah, Boer is electric from that return spot, right? As he just gets it, and he picks his sideline, gets one block. That's all he needs. And you think he's going to be gone every single time. That time, he almost was. And puts the Lakeview Sailors in need of some momentum right back in business.
Call it the 14-yard line, so 66 yards on the run back for Boer. And we saw why Sharpsville kicked away from him on the first kickoff.
That's for sure.
1st and 10 at the 14, ball in the middle of the field. Skiles slot left inside of Julian Zackrell. Boer inside of Boitnott on the right side. That's the short side. Leighton Zackrell in the shotgun. And it's a design quarterback run. Follows Shell upfield. Zackrell to 10 to the 5. Zackrell down close to the goal line, and he's going to be down. No, he's in. Touchdown. Leighton Zackrell, 14-yard run, and the Lakeview Sailors have cut it to 7-6.
Yeah, that's what they can do. I think both teams' strengths were just put on display, right? The 8.5-minute drive by Sharpsville, and then Lakeview getting the football right back, making a couple of plays, long kickoff run, long run, and they're right back on the board and have a chance to tie the game up here with this extra point.
Johnny Husband kicking at the goalpost to the left, looking to tie it. He is 1 for 4 this year on conversions. Zackrell is the holder. Snap is good, and we have movement as Sharpsville was offsides. And now Chris Burtch.
Yeah.
Do you think about taking the penalty here and going for 2?
Absolutely. I mean, you think about it. I don't know if I'm absolutely that you do it, but I absolutely think about it. Get a little misdirection here and give another opportunity for Zackrell, Scheller, Boer to make a play, or Skiles.
And what will they do? Boer's grabbed his helmet. He's looking to get back on the field. He's not on the extra point team.
Look at him. Yeah, he's.
Of course, the small rosters, there aren't too many guys that, well, they will send in the starting offensive line. So Lakeview will go for 2 here after the penalty.
All right.
First flag of the night on Sharpsville. And the ball is going to be spotted at officially the 1 1/4 mark. So 1 yard and then 9 inches.
Yeah, let's see if
the conversion comes from the 2.5. I know you like math, Chris.
Oh yeah,
especially fractions.
I'm really good at that. You think I'm bad at the other stuff, but yeah. So
we won't get into irrational numbers. They'll make you behave irrationally.
No, that's right.
1st and goal from the 2-point attempt from outside the 1 that gives us to Blake Skiles, and he is in.
Yep.
The conversion is good, and Lakeview has the lead. And Chris, they crossed them up.
They did. They crossed them up. Little misdirection. Great call by the Lakeview offensive guys, and Lakeview with the lead now.
8-7, 14 seconds to go first quarter. We'll come back with a kickoff on Sports Radio 96.7 and Facebook 96.7.
I was waiting for the beep or the part that tells me what button to press.
No, you're a real person.
Great. I've been leaving messages all day to try and compare prices on my roof.
Well, we can have one of our project managers call you to set up an appointment within an hour and go to your house for an estimate within 24 hours.
True Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer. Look for Shell Restoration on Facebook.
The first quarter is brought to you by the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Banking, but better.
Lakeview with the lead, 8-7, 14 seconds to go first quarter. Ryan Briggs, Chris Burtch with you. Fun first quarter, Chris.
Yeah, it certainly was. And again, like I said, not trying to kind of state the obvious, but what both teams like to do, was on full display there, as we saw Sharpsville with the long drive, resulting in their touchdown, and then Lakeview, the big return, and then the quick turnaround, and quarterback Leighton Zockrell finding his way into the end zone, and then the penalty costing Sharpsville 2-point conversion, and so here with 14 seconds left here in the first quarter. Lakeview with the lead. Sharpsville about to get the football back.
Zockrell's 5th touchdown run of the year. He has 11 total touchdowns. Johnny Husband has it teed up at the 40. And it's a side spinner fielded by Michael McLaren at his own 34. McLaren looking to get upfield, and he's going to be brought down by Matheson at about the 38-yard line. So Carson Matheson, a couple of nice special teams plays tonight for Lakeview.
Yeah, no doubt. Great return on the opening kickoff, and then the great play right there. So, yeah, Sharpsville, though, again, still pretty good field position.
Blue Devils regain possession. Now trailing for the first time tonight, 8-7 here at Lakeview. Non-region game, but and of course the teams are in different classes, but obviously big for a lot of reasons. Hey, you're always playing to win. That's paramount. But also in terms of just you think about tiebreakers and power rank, or, in terms of you get into the playoffs and seeding and how common opponents, how things match up. A win tonight for whoever wins this, that's going to be a big feather in the cap.
No question. Right. Certainly two of the better teams in their respective classifications. And, so the winner of this one will, kind of have that good non-region game.
Give the Gino Curry out of a double wing set. He will get across the 40 to the 41. Tanner Vincent, the middle linebacker, brings him down along with Boyknott, Husband. That is the final play of an entertaining first quarter. Lakeview with the lead, 8-7. Chris and I will come back with quarter number 2 on your home for high school football all season long. Sports Radio 96.7 and Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook.
Score big with a new checking account at Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. At the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union, you get a free checking account that offers no minimum balance, no monthly service fees, and unlimited transactions. Download their mobile app and you can get 24/7 account access and remote deposit. See them at one of their 2 locations in Grove City or online at gcafcu.org. Member NCUA, Equal Housing and Equal Opportunity Lender. Open a checking account now and score 4 tickets to a local high school sports event. Call for details.
The second quarter is brought to you by Cash Dollar and Associates, where they have the client and only the client in mind.
To help you join in on the homecoming theme fun.
Start of the second quarter. It is 8-7. Lakeview with the lead, along with Chris Birch, Ryan Briggs here. We'll have some updates on games coming up here after this 2nd and 7 as the teams change ends. Sharpsville going right to left. White jerseys, blue numbers and letters, blue pants, white helmets with a red stripe. Lakeview in the slate-colored jerseys, slate-colored pants, white numbers and letters outlined in red, black helmets tonight for Lakeview. Ball in the middle of the field, 2nd down and 7 at the 41 for Sharpsville. Gino Curry, single back, double tight set, receivers to either side. Cadman, 5-step drop, looking, pumps, and now going to be hit, and he is going to be sacked back at the 37-yard line. Finished off by Scheide, but it was Tanner Vincent with the initial hit. It will be a loss, and Sharpsville's going to face 3rd down and about a dozen.
Yeah, you could see Cadman was doing the old Ben Roethlisberger pump fake, and did not see Tanner Vincent coming, and Vincent just swallowed him up. Big time play for the Lakeview defense.
So 3rd down and 12 back at the 36-yard line. Sharpsville 0 for 2 on 3rd down tonight, but 2 for 2 on 4th down. The touchdown came on a 4th down. Cadman alone in the shotgun. Curry wide left. It's a double tight set. 2 flankers to the right, Pushkar and White. Low snap. Cadman picks it up. He's going to run. Cadman upfield to the 40, and he'll get back out to the 41-yard line. Brought down by Boyknott, among others. But Cadman able to get some yardage, but it's going to be 4th down, and the punt team will come out.
Yeah, I thought Cadman maybe made a mistake by trying to pick that up, as some Lakeview guys had kind of a low angle there, but somehow Cadman able to get his mitts on it and get it back to at least the line of scrimmage.
And a couple more, but it is 4th down at the 40, and Cadman will punt.
Cadman in the punt.
Leighton Zockrell deep for Sailors.
Back deep for Lakeview.
10:36 to go, clock rolling, second quarter. Snap, waist high. Cadman's kick is away. Sends this one into the night. A knuckleball hits the 25. It rolls to the 20. It will roll to the 15. And it runs out of steam at the 13 of Lakeview. A 47-yard punt, a net of 47. And now Lakeview will be pinned deep in its own end. 10:24 to go in the half, leading 8-7. Chris, you have some updates.
I do, yeah. 4 Mercer County scores for us. The game over on 790. Farrell is up 14-0 on Wilmington, so a good start for the Steelers. Mercer and Sagertown are tied 7-7. Cambridge Springs up 6-0 on Reynolds, and Oil City strikes first. They're up 7-0 on Grove City.
First down and 10 back at their own.
Grove City and Oil City, one of the oldest series in District 10. They've been playing for about 100 years.
Wow.
Haven't played in a while, but reuniting up at the oil field. Here we are at Lakeview. And Lakeview leading sharp, so 8-7. This series not quite as old. It dates back 30 years. First and 10 at the 13. Leighton Zackrell in the shotgun. Back to pass. Has time now under pressure. Rolling right. Zackrell looking, directing traffic. Zackrell sets his feet, hesitates, stumbles, splits a couple of defenders, and then he's going to be sacked back at the 10-yard line. It'll be a loss of 3 on the play. As Indu make the tackle, and for the sack, it's Brennan Huffman, the sophomore linebacker.
Yeah, Huffman just would not let him get away. He kept thinking that he got away from him and was going to try to set his feet there and try to find somebody down the field like he's so good at. But just good coverage back there by the Sharpsville defensive backs.
And 13.
So second and 13 back at the 10-yard line, the first sack of the night for the Sharpsville defense. Sharpsville was in Slippery Rock's backfield all night last week.
Yeah, they're just getting more confident, this Sharpsville defense.
Second and 13 at the 10. Zackrell in the shotgun. And the give is to Gavin Shell. Shell is going to be brought down, lost his balance, might have tripped over a lineman's foot. Brian White was in the neighborhood, but either way, it's another loss on the play, loss of a yard. Back to the 9. It'll be third down and 14 now for Lakeview, back at the 9-yard line.
Yeah. And again, I don't want to make too much about this, but you think about some of the weaknesses that we saw in Sharpsville's defense those first couple of weeks, but they're just getting a little bit better on making some of those bread and butter tackles like that. So big play here, though. Obviously, 3rd and 14. If they can hold this to almost no gain, they're going to get to the ball back with great field position.
Zackrell in the shotgun, 4 receivers set. Zackrell throws it into the right flat. It is caught by Boer, and Boer is hit immediately by Jaden White. It's a gain of 4 back to the original line of scrimmage, and Lakeview will be forced to punt away the football with 8.5 minutes to go first half.
Yeah, White made a nice play there, not going for the football, but he let him catch it. All right, and then I'm gonna bring you down as soon as you get it with a fundamental tackle. Great job by Braden White.
Zackrell will punt. He is just, he's going to be standing at his own 2. Jaden White on the Lakeview side of midfield awaiting the kick. Of course, White, a very dangerous return man.
It's never a fun sight.
An 85-yard kick return for a touchdown last year against Titusville. Wind picking up as well. Snap is high. Zackrell flags it down. Light rush kick away. Line drive. White lets it bounce. Now Fields on the hop of the 45. Gives ground. And it's going to be brought down by Boer along with Garrett Guthrie downfield back at the 49. A loss on the run back as well. White, certainly a risky move to field that high hopper. And then will instead be a loss of 5 on the run back also. Still good field position, but I'm sure the Devils thought they'd be much deeper into Lakeview territory.
You always hear coaches, right, when the ball is punt, they yell to their punt returner, get away from it. And that was kind of a good example. Why? Because he kind of just drifted over, and then when it bounced like it did, just instinctually he reached up and grabbed it. But that was, like you said, a really risky play. He's fortunate he's a great athlete. That's why he made that play.
Sharpsville now beginning its 3rd drive of the night. Ball at midfield on the near left hash mark. Curry the single back, double tight set. Wing to the right also is Jaden White. And back to pass Cadman. Cadman looking into the right flat, and it's caught by White. White to the 45. White runs over a man. He'll be dumped near the first down marker. Leighton Zackrell and Owen Reynolds in on the stop. White is going to be close to the first down. And did he get it? He's going to be, just looks like maybe a whisker short. It will be 2nd down and a yard from just outside the 40.
Styles
I like
on the
that.
tackle
I
for
like that
Lakeview.
action there when they roll
Ball
Cadman
spotted
out
just outside the
and
Sailor 40-yard
find
line.
White out of the backfield.
Second down, less
And
than a yard to
that
go.
play,
for
just a
Sharpsville.
nice little easy to execute play, and White picking up a couple of yards with his legs.
First time we've seen that formation with a flanker and a wing.
Yeah.
They go back to it, just flip it to the other side. Now the wide side, that's the left side. Curry the single back, 2nd and 1. The give is to Curry over the right guard, and Curry's going to have the first down and keeps the legs
Curry
turning.
goes
They'll give
off
him
the right side
progress
for
to the
Sharpsville.
38.
Takes the ball inside the 40, looks like to about the 39.
Vincent in on the tackle. But Gino Curry will bull forward
Brought down
for
by
about
Melvin.
3 and pick up the first down. That is the
Already
6th first
spotted
down of the
out
night for
with 39
Sharpsville.
Yeah.
Lakeview. First down and 10.
Yeah,
for
awfully
Sharpsville.
tough in any third or fourth and short against this team, with White, Curry, and this big offensive line stopping that from happening.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. 7 minutes to go first half. Split backs behind Cadman along with the wing. That's McFeeters. Cadman will give it to White on a buck sweep over the left side. White getting outside. White to the 30, spins, and Skiles will bring him down at about the 29, maybe the 28. Looks like White will have the first down. However, he'll pick up 10 on that first down run.
Yeah, it was a really good tackle by Skiles out at kind of on an island, but not before White was able to pick up 10 yards.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line. Jaden White now 5 carries, 51 yards. Also a couple of catches for 19 yards. So he has 70 of the 103 yards tonight for Sharpsville.
Yeah. Yeah, Sharpsville coaching staff doing a kind of a great job putting him in positions to succeed based on what the Lakeview defense is doing.
1st and 10. Curry single back, double tight set. White wide left on the short side of the field. Pushkar wide right. Cadman turn, give to Curry. Curry with running room over the right side. Curry to the 20. Curry looking to bounce outside. He does to the 15. And finally brought down by a hustling Garrett Guthrie inside the 15 to the 13. Gino Curry rumbles downfield for 15 yards. He takes the Blue Devils back into the McCandless Ford red zone.
Yeah, Jordan White was rumbling down the field too. Curry just kind of with his hand in his back, sort of almost directing him as to who to block.
First down and 10.
Yeah, that was that's a what's that about 500 pounds coming at you between the two of them.
And it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 13. Timeout Lakeview. First timeout taken by either team tonight. 5:55 to go in the half. We'll step aside also. Lakeview leading 8-7, but Sharpsville's on the move. We'll come back with more second quarter action after this on Sports Radio 96.7.
Stay refreshed and hydrated with Herman's Water, your go-to bottled water choice in the Valley since 1908. Herman's premium spring water is sourced from nature's purest springs, delivering a crisp taste that quenches your thirst. Say goodbye to dehydration and hello to hydration. Visit hermanswater.com to order your supply today that can deliver to your home or office for free. Ask about our new customer offer of 1 month free rental and 2 free bottles. Herman's Water, when taste matters.
The second quarter is brought to you by Cash Dollar and Associates. They have the client and only the client in mind.
Riel, Clark, and Blair Miller.
Back here at Lakeview, Sharpsville on the move. 1st and 10 at the Lakeview 13, along with Chris Burtch. Ryan Briggs here. We have Art Shannon back in the studio producing our game on Sports Radio 96.7. Cole Kudiak is our videographer tonight here on Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook. Sharpsville, 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
In Fort Benning, Georgia. Once again, as always, we like to recognize Zach and the Miller family. Thank you.
See what Sharpsville does. Definitely on the move here on this first down play.
1st and 10 at the 13. Curry single back, and the give to Curry. Curry is stacked up and driven back.
Curry, the ball carrier, off the right side.
It's going to be a short gain for Curry. They'll give him 2 to the 11, bringing up 2nd and 8.
A nice job by the Lakeview front there.
On the initial hit for Lakeview.
Who are not letting him get away, because that's what he does. You hit him, he hits you, and then he gets away and picks up big yards after that initial contact. That time, Booer not letting him get out of there.
Now a timeout, an injury timeout. There's a Lakeview man
on the field,
seated right now, right at the 10-yard line, with 5:25 to go in the half. Of course, Lakeview lost Bryson Heckman earlier with an injury, the right forearm or right arm injury favoring it. 5:25 to go in the half. 8-7, Lakeview with the lead. Sharpsville on the move. Chris, you have some updates for us.
Yeah, I sure do. Yeah, lots of games, obviously, like we talked about going on tonight. That Cambridge Springs Reynolds game, still 6-0, Cambridge Springs. Farrell still up 14-0. Mercer Sagertown still locked up at 7. Oil City scores again, Briggsy. They're up 13-0 on Grove City. Titusville up 14-0 on Northeast. Hickory, 2 quick scores to start that game. They are up 14-0 on Niles. Erie up 21-0 early on Franklin.
It is Garrett Guthrie who is walking off to the near side a little bit gingerly. So that's the second man on that starting front for Lakeview. And the Sailors have been playing more of a 4-man line tonight and bringing the line back almost a 6-man front in effect. But Guthrie will check out, and the Sailors getting kind of wafer thin up front.
Yeah, they really are. That's a couple of injuries there, in a game where already some guys were dinged up. So along that line.
It'll be 2nd down and 8 at the 11. 5:25 to go in the first half. Coming up at the half of a first half recap, scoring and stats, and Chris and I will have the lock, stock, and barrel halftime update. That was a little bit of an appetizer for it right there. So we will have that coming up at the break. Blue Devils break the huddle. Pushkar will come wide to the left. Curry and Jaden White, the split backs. McFeeters is a wing to the left. Miller tight to the right. 2nd and 8 from the 11. Cadman turn, give, he faked it. Looking to get out to outside. Cadman cuts upfield to the 5. Cadman brought down at the 2-yard line by Boer. I don't know if that was a design keep, but it worked out.
Yeah, I think he might have actually missed the handoff. But he had a great reaction to it, and all right, and he kind of tucked it and ended up finding some blockers down the field and able to certainly turn what could have been a disastrous play into something good.
Picks up 10 on the play, and sometimes that's just an athlete making a play.
Right. Yeah, and again, his instincts. All right, we miscommunicated, something happened, I missed the handoff, but I know what to do. I'm going to turn upfield and start running, and did a great job there.
TJ Locklear back in at tackle. He was out for a couple plays. Roman Massey was in for him, the freshman. 1st and goal at the 1. 9-man line. Curry, the single back, and a 3-point stance. The give from Cadman to Curry. And then Cadman gives him a shove in the middle of the back. And Curry is in. Touchdown, Sharpsville. Gino Curry scores from 1 yard out. Curry's 2nd score tonight, his 7th of the season, and it's 13-8. Sharpsville back on top.
Yeah, Curry just kind of slamming into the back of his offensive lineman, who just kind of kept the feet churning and able to get in. And only a 3.5-minute drive there for Sharpsville. What's going on?
Yeah, that was a quick one.
That was a quick one for them, right?
The first one was 8:21. That one 3:32. 7 plays, 50 yards, and now Sharpsville will kick. Logan Kent, the holder out there, and Piccarilli, who made his first extra point of the night, will kick this one towards the goalpost to the left. Snap a little high. Kent puts it on the tee. The kick is up. It is a high arching kick, and it is good. 13-8. Sharpsville back on top. 4 minutes, 21 seconds to go in the half. Chris and I will come back with more from Stoneboro on Sports Radio 96.7.
We'll be crowning
Fantastic.
It's our kitchen remote. It's got me all inspired.
Oh, are you inspired enough to make dessert?
As a matter of fact.
Is it chocolate? Oh, it's chocolate. I love you. Get inspiration all year round with a brand new kitchen from Warner's Homes and Improvements. We bring new kitchens that dreams are made of. We buy direct from the manufacturers using top quality materials with no power. Creative style and functionality for a fair price. Now Warner's can deliver kitchens to you. Warner's Homes and Improvements on Route 19 in Mercer or online at warnersconstruction.com.
The second quarter is brought to you by Cash Dollar and Associates, where they have the client and only the client in mind.
14-8. Sharpsville back on top. 4:21 to go in the half. Ryan Briggs, Chris Burtch with you. Gino Curry, his 2nd touchdown of the touchdown of the night, and now Lakeview looks to answer again.
Yeah, Lakeview again. We've seen them do it. Certainly, they kind of get the football back and know exactly what to do with it. So.
Last time Sharpsville kicked off, Braden Boer returned it 66 yards to the 14, setting up Leighton Zackrell's quarterback run into the end zone. We'll see what the Blue Devils elect to do. The first kickoff was a short one that was fielded and returned to the 40 by Carson Matheson. Piccarilli kicking off from right to left. Wind has been swirling here tonight. Boer
Set to kick off.
deep along with Skiles. We've not called Skiles' name a whole lot tonight. He did score the two-pointer. Kick angle to the far side. Matheson fields it at his own 28. Matheson far side. And he'll be chopped down by Will Vogan at the 34-yard line. Good coverage that time from Sharpsville. And it all started with the directional kick.
Yeah, good directional kick. And let's see what Sharpsville does here. What Lakeview does here. As you kind of get the sense, don't you, that even though just a 6-point lead, it's kind of imperative for Lakeview to kind of make something happen here. As this Sharpsville offense, again, is so difficult to stop, and they take up so much time with their drives that it puts so much more urgency on every offensive possession when you're the other team.
Of course, Sharpsville won the toss and elected to defer.
Right.
9 on the play clock as Lakeview breaks the huddle. 2 receivers to either side. Shell to the right of Leighton Zackrell in the shotgun. He gets a snap. He will go around right end. Stiff arm on Miller. Zackrell upfield to the 40. Leighton Zackrell midfield. Cuts back to his left. Cuts right to the 40. To the 30. And he'll be nudged out of bounds by Aiden Pushkar. A big run for Zackrell down to we're going to go put him at the 28-yard line. A pickup of 38 yards for Leighton Zackrell.
Yeah, Zackrell, he just called his own number there and was able to change directions a couple of times. And then I loved at the end, he just kind of glided out of bounds, saying, I'm not going to give you a chance to give me a shot into the pit there.
Into the long jump pit there, yes.
Pit, yeah.
Although if you came at the pit from that angle, it'd be a foul in the springtime.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, right.
But nothing foul about that for Lakeview. 1st and 10. The Sailors will now go to an empty set. 3 receivers left, wingman to the right. Skiles wide right. Zackrell alone on the shotgun. Zackrell, 360-degree spin, throws it left side, and it's going to be caught in the left flat. That is Boer upfield. And
pass complete.
Boer brought down by Vogan.
Goes down near
down to the 21-yard line. Gain of 7 on the play. So years ago, North Carolina State, when Bo Ryan was the coach, ran the old whirly bird off.
Yeah.
That was the whirly bird screen pass.
Yeah, I remember that. But yeah, I don't know if he was trying to freeze the safety by doing that or what, but yeah, he did it. And I don't care if you spin 3 or 4 times. If you get the ball out into Boer's hands, it's always a good thing.
Zackrell out 3 of 3 for 46 yards after that 8-yard completion. 2nd and 2 from just outside the 20. Zackrell again, 3 receivers left, Skiles wide right. Quarterback draw. Zackrell into the middle of the line, and then he is going to fight forward. He'll be a little bit short. He'll get officially about a yard. Sharpsville now into the McCandless Ford red zone. McCandless Ford, Mercer, and Meadville. It's going to be 3rd down and a yard
inside the 20
at the 19-yard line as we're under 3 minutes to go in the first half. Sharpsville leading 14-8. Sailors 2 timeouts. Sharpsville has all 3 timeouts remaining.
Yeah, that's a good catch too. Certainly, lots of clock left when everybody's got all these timeouts. So I know Lakeview is just focused right now on making something happen and getting the ball back into the end zone.
Julian Zackrell, wide right. Boer in the slot along with Shell. Zackrell comes under center. It's Leighton Zackrell on a sneak. Bounces off a couple men. Now goes over the left side, and he will have the 1st down. Brought down by McFeeters.
Off the left side.
And also in on the tackle
He's going to give
was Cadman. But not your garden variety quarterback sneak, but very effective.
No, he just looked there for a second like they were going to be able to stand him up at the line of scrimmage. But the offensive line kind of kept grinding. He found just enough of a spot that he was able to bounce out, get off tackle, and pick up a couple of yards.
They will put the ball down to 15, the front point of the ball. Touching the 15, as public address announcer par excellence Chuck Moon said. 1st and 10 at the 15. 3 receivers right, 2 to the left. Zackrell in the shotgun. Zackrell to Boer in the right flat. He's in trouble. Breaks a tackle, however, Boer upfield, and he will be spun down by McFeeters at the 10. It's a gain of 5, and it looked like it was going to be a loss of 5.
Yeah, all 3 games that we've called this year for Lakeview, He just does. He does at least one time where you say, "How did he do that?" Right? He slipped a little bit there, and then was able to somehow get his footing and find a seam and pick up an impressive chunk of yardage there to set up 2nd and short.
2nd and 5 at the 10. Under 90 seconds to go in the half. Lakeview in no hurry. Sailors have 2 timeouts left. 2nd and 5 at the 10. Julian Zackrell, Boer, and Shell go to the left. Skiles now in the shotgun alone for the first time tonight. Play clock at 7. Skiles gets the snap, trying to get around the left end. Bouncing outside. He's going to cut upfield. Has the first down, but a flag thrown by the headlinesman on the far side. And it looks like a hold out on the perimeter.
Yeah, you basically had a Lakeview receiver matched up on a Sharpsville defensive back, and Skiles trying to find a seam there. And that's one of those deals where if there is a hold, it's right out there in front of everyone and almost impossible to miss.
Penalty is holding against Lakeview.
And it is holding, and we'll see if it's enforced from if the spot was upfield or no, it's going to be at the line of scrimmage. So it's going to come back to the 20, which was the line of scrimmage, and now 2nd down and 15 with 1:02 to go in the half.
Yeah.
Skiles picked up about 6, but it's wiped out on the holding penalty. Just the 2nd flag of the night on the Sailors. Ball back to the 20-yard line, 2nd and 15. Zackrell out of the shotgun, throws a slant, caught by Boer. He is drilled at the 10-yard line. Took a shot from Jaden White, then McFeeters finished him off, but Lakeview gets back the penalty yardage. It will be 3rd down and 5 at the 10. And we have a timeout taken by Lakeview. We'll take it as well. 49 seconds to go in the half.
With 49 seconds.
Lakeview's on the move. Sharpsville leads 14-8 on Sports Radio 96.7.
Ken Frenchak here at the Velvet Express here in Car Wash in Grove City. Experience. We're all about experience. The experience of our expert quick lube techs and also the experience we provide you with every oil change. You can go anywhere for an oil change, but you come here to the Velvet Express here in Car Wash in Grove City for the experience. Drive in, drive out. It's that easy. The Velvet Express here in Car Wash in Grove City.
The second quarter is brought to you by Cash Dollar and Associates, where they have the client and only the client in mind.
3rd down and 5 upcoming for the Lakeview Sailors. The ball's at the Sharpsville 10-yard line, along with Chris Burtch, Ryan Briggs here tonight. Art Shannon back in the studio producing our game on Sports Radio 96.7. And Cole Kudiak doing the video work here on our Facebook page. So glad you could join us, whether you're listening or watching. We're both at home, in the car, driving around, maybe some friends tonight on this. Technically, it's the first Friday of fall.
How about that? Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, it's certainly not cold yet, but a little different than it has been the first 5 weeks where we were under, like, heat alerts and things.
3rd and 5 at the 10-yard line. Boitnott wide right. Skiles wing left. He comes in motion. Fake the handoff on a jet sweep. Zackrell keeps it. Zackrell up the middle. Leighton Zackrell on the quarterback run. He'll have the first down. He's going to be brought down at the 4-yard line.
First down.
So the Sailors have 4 shots from 4 yards out, but 43 seconds to go in the half. Sailors do have 1 timeout remaining.
Yeah, I love the play call there. Some really good misdirection, good play fake by Zackrell.
First down, goal to go to Lakeview.
Yeah, kicks up the first down, so 4 cracks to get it in from close.
Clock moving, 30 seconds to go in the half. Zackrell in the shotgun, Shell to his right. Snap to Zackrell over the right side, follows Shell upfield. Zackrell gets close to the goal line, and he is going to be in. Touchdown. Able to break the plane with 22 seconds to go in the half. And we are tied at 14. Leighton Zackrell scores his 2nd rushing touchdown of the night.
Yeah, that's Lakeview doing what they do, right? Just a couple of big plays, just kind of getting their athletes out into space, and Leighton Zackrell taking care of it in the red zone.
And now Johnny Husband on to attempt the extra point. After the first touchdown, Lakeview was going to go for 1. Sharpsville jumped off sides. Sailors elected to go for 2 then.
Yeah.
And got the 2-pointer. We'll go for 1 here, looking to break the tie. Lakeview getting the proper 11 men out there. Still time on the play clock. It's 10 seconds. Leighton Zackrell to hold. Snap is good. Hold down. Kick is up. Johnny Husband puts it up and through. And Lakeview's back on top, 15-14 with 22 seconds to go in the half. An 8-play, 66-yard drive that used 3:54. Lakeview back on top. We'll come back with a first half finish on Sports Radio 96.7.
May I help you? Hello?
Oh, I was waiting for the beep or the part that tells me what button to press.
Nope. I'm a real person.
Great. I've been leaving messages all day to try and compare prices on my roof.
Well, you can have one of our project managers call you to set up an appointment within an hour and be at your house for an estimate within 24 hours.
Wow, that's service.
Well, that's what we specialize in.
Machine Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer. Call today for a free estimate. 800-663-8103. Or look for Edgell Restoration on Facebook.
The second quarter is brought to you by Cash Dollar and Associates, where they have the client and only the client in mind.
Lakeview back on top, 15-14, along with Chris Burtch, Ryan Briggs here. Impressive drive and a good mix, pass and run by the Sailors.
Yeah, no doubt. And, certainly that's when they're at their best, right? Seeing, a couple of running plays by quarterback Zackrell, and then get the ball out into space to Boers and Skiles, let them pick up yards after the catch, and that was a kind of a prototypical Lakeview touchdown drive for this season.
Husband's kick, it's a short one and fielded on a knee by Vogan at the 29-yard line. No time comes off the clock, so Sharpsville will have it. 3 timeouts for the Blue Devils, but just 22 seconds left. However, they do have certainly an accomplished kicker in Piccarelli.
Yeah.
They could somehow, again, it's if they can hit a big one here, maybe get it down to the 20. They might take a shot here before halftime.
Sure. First down and 10 at the
Sure.
right,
Again,
29.
it's not exactly an offense that's built for that.
Seconds left.
But yeah, I mean, certainly they've shown the ability to do that.
Of course, anytime you have a guy like Jaden White get the ball in his hands, he can turn a short pass into a long pass.
Yeah, that's for sure.
He will deploy wide left, push car wide right, Curry the single back, double tight set as well as Aiden Cadman comes under center. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line. Cadman 7-step drop under pressure, sacked by Vincent. Tanner Vincent's second sack of the night.
Coming in to sack
and that
Cadman on the play.
They close out the first half.
Yeah. Yeah, Vincent a couple of times there was just completely unblocked, swallowing up Sharpsville quarterback Aiden Cadman.
And that will be the final play of the first half. Lakeview 15, Sharpsville 14. Chris and I will come back with a first half recap after this on Sports Radio 96.7.
Sharpsville.
Are you or a loved one looking for a senior living residence offering independent living and personal care? Then the Heritage at St. Paul's Senior Living Community in Greenville is right for you. Heritage offers private apartments that provide the comforts of home with as little or as much personal care as you need. St. Paul's makes it Call 724-588-7610 or visit stpauls1867.org today for more information or to schedule a tour.
Score big with a new checking account at Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. At the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union, you get a free checking account that offers no minimum balance, no monthly service fees, and unlimited transactions. Download their mobile app and you can get 24/7 account access and remote deposit. See them at one of their 2 locations in Grove City or online at gcafcu.org. Member NCUA, Equal Housing and Equal Opportunity Lender. Open a checking account now and score 4 tickets to a local high school sports event. Call for details.
Up to certain limits, traditional IRAs allow individuals to make tax-deductible contributions. Also within certain limits, individuals can make contributions to a Roth IRA with after-tax dollars. Please call David O. Cashdollar CFP, Timothy D. Cashdollar CRC, and Eric W. Montgomery CFP to find out which IRA suits your objective at 724-458-5233 or stop in at 115 Erie Street, Grove City, Pennsylvania 16127. Registered representatives offering security
expertise through Cetera Advisor Networks, LLC, member FINRA, SIPC. Dave Cashdollar and Eric Montgomery also offer advisory services through Cetera Advisor Networks, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Cashdollar and Associates, LLC is not a subsidiary nor controlled by Cetera Advisor Networks. Some IRAs have contribution limitations and tax consequences for early withdrawals. For complete details, consult your tax advisor or attorney. Distributions from traditional IRAs and employer-sponsored retirement plans are taxed as ordinary income, and if taken prior to reaching age 59.5, may be subject to an additional 10% IRS tax penalty.
My card is more than taken for him there, and I expect my insurance to do more too. That's why I chose my agent and Erie Insurance. They offer first accident forgiveness and the service I deserve at a price I can afford. Your Erie agent in Hermitage is Reinhart's Insurance. Get a call at 724-314-291.
Erie Insurance Services are provided through your following insurance. Your insurance company, your insurance company will head with the flagship city insurance company, home offices in Pennsylvania. Erie Insurance Company in New York, home offices in Rochester, New York, equal opportunity insurance.
The halftime show is brought to you by Locked, Stock, and Barrel, serving giant subs to the Shenango Valley since 1973.
We are back here at Lakeview High School, 15-14. Lakeview leading Sharpsville in a good one tonight. Ryan Briggs, Chris Burtch with you. We have Art Shannon back in the studio and Cole Kudiak on the video camera tonight on our Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook page. Chris, before we get into the first half numbers, the scoring and stats, etc., your first half thoughts.
You know, again, this Sharpsville offense, you know, that is so built and designed to have long, sustained scoring drives, able to do that twice, chew up essentially one of the 2 quarters worth of time on their 2 scoring drives. But you know, Lakeview obviously can score quick strike offense with a lot of big playmakers, and they've come back with two quick scoring drives of their own. And I think we're just going to see more and more of that. I think the key for Lakeview, they cannot get down 2 scores, you know, obviously to this Sharpsville team.
Leading by a point here at the half, Lakeview, however, we had 2 touchdowns scored by each team, and one player scoring both of them for the respective squads.
Yeah.
Gino Curry for Sharpsville, Leighton Zackrell for Lakeview. Scoring recap in this one, there were a pair of touchdowns scored in the first quarter. They came in the last half minute or the last 35 seconds of the quarter. Gino Curry, 5-yard touchdown run, capping a 14-play, 84-yard drive that used 8:21. Rylan Piccarelli with the extra point, and Sharpsville had the lead 7-0. It was a short-lived lead, however. Braden Boer returned the ensuing kickoff 66 yards down to the 14. And on the only play of the drive, Leighton Zackrell, a 14-yard designed quarterback run, takes it into the end zone, made it 7-6 with 14 seconds to go in the quarter. Lakeview lined up to kick. Sharpsville jumped off sides. Lakeview went for 2, and Blake Skiles scored the 2-point run to put the Sailors up 8-7. Sharpsville reclaimed the lead with 4:21 to go in the half. A 7-play 50-yard drive that used 3:32, capped by Curry's 1-yard run. Piccarelli's extra point made it 14-8. Lakeview then answered with another touchdown of its own, an 8-play 66-yard drive that used 3:59. Zackrell scoring on a 4-yard run. Johnny Husband broke the 14-14 tie with an extra point, 15-14 the lead, and that is our halftime score. When we come back, team numbers, individual numbers, and Chris will have the Lock, Stock, and Barrel halftime update here on Sports Radio 96.7.
At Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. At the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union, you get a free checking account that offers no minimum balance, no monthly service fees, and unlimited transactions. Download their mobile app and you can get 24/7 account access or local coverage. See them at one of their 2 locations in Grove PA or online at gcafcu.org. Member NCUA, Equal Housing and Equal Opportunity Lender. Open tickets to a local high school sports event. Local details.
Unlock your business potential with Hermitage Minuteman Press. From eye-catching designs to professional printing, Hermitage Minuteman Press are your local experts. Boost your brand with stunning business cards, brochures, banners, apparel, and more. The Hermitage Minuteman Press team ensures top-quality results with lightning-fast turnaround. Plus, their marketing solutions will take you to the next level. Elevate your image and stand out from the competition. Experience excellence in printing and marketing at Minuteman Press today. Minuteman Press, 3170 East State Street in Hermitage. Online at hermitage.minutemanpress.com or follow them on Facebook. Mention this ad and receive 10% off your first order.
Stay refreshed and hydrated with Herman's Water, your go-to bottled water choice in the Valley since 1908. Herman's premium spring water is sourced from nature's purest springs, delivering a crisp taste that quenches your thirst. Say goodbye to dehydration and hello to hydration. Visit hermanswater.com to order your supply today that can deliver to your home or office for free. Ask about our new customer offer of 1 month free rental and 2 free bottles. Herman's Water, when taste matters.
Ken Frenchak here at the Velveteen Express Care and Car Wash in Grove City. Experience. We're all about experience. The experience of our expert quick lube techs and also the experience we provide you with every oil change. You can go anywhere for an oil change, but you come here to the Velveteen Express Care and Car Wash in Grove City for the experience. Drive in, drive out. It's that easy. The Velveteen Express Care and Car Wash in Grove City.
Imagine a bathroom that's not just a room, but a sanctuary. At Warner's Homes and Improvements, they believe in taking the time to get it right. That's why they are proud to introduce their bathroom installation service, where done in a day is a thing of the past. Experience the difference of a bathroom designed for you, not the clock. Visit Warner's Homes and Improvements on Route 19 in Mercer or at warnerconstruction.com. Warner's Homes and Improvements, where your bathroom is our masterpiece. Don't rush perfection.
The halftime show is brought to you by Lock, Stock, and Barrel, serving giant subs to the Shenango Valley since 1973.
And welcome back to Lakeview High School. Chris Burtch to my left. I'm Ryan Briggs. 15-14 is our halftime score. Lakeview leading here at home on homecoming. So we have a little bit longer halftime tonight with the homecoming festivities. The Sharpsville band exiting stage right. The Lakeview band will be coming on, and then we'll have all the pomp and circumstance with homecoming 2024 here. This is our, I believe, third straight homecoming for us.
Yeah, how about that?
We were Reynolds last week, or no, 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
And last week was...
No, we were at Sharpsville 2 weeks ago. Reynolds last week.
That's right, yes.
Yeah, both homecomings, yes.
Yep, so homecoming's there, and always a fun time of year, and certainly very festive and very entertaining first half of football. We gave you the scoring recap in our last segment, and now for the statistical recap. In the first half, Lakeview 73 rushing yards, 61 passing yards. Sailors 134 yards on 18 plays, 5 first downs for Lakeview. For Sharpsville, 106 rushing yards, 19 passing yards. The Blue Devils 125 yards on 25 plays. Sharpsville with 9 first downs. For Lakeview, quarterback Leighton Zackrell, 5 of 5, 61 yards. All 5 completions have gone to Braden Boer. Zackrell also 9 carries, 69 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Gavin Shell has run the ball 3 times for 2 yards. Blake Skiles 1 carry. It went for 2 yards. On the Sharpsville side, Aiden Cadman 2 for 2 for 19 yards. Both completions went to Jaden White. White 5 carries for 51 yards. Gino Curry is the leading ground gainer for Sharpsville, 52 yards on 13 carries. Cadman 5 runs for 3 yards. Penalties, Lakeview 2 flags for 15 yards. Sharpsville 1 penalty for 1 yard. We have not had a turnover. In fact, Chris, we've not had an incomplete pass tonight.
Wow, that's an incredible stat right there.
Sharpsville 0 for 3 on third down, but 2 for 2 on fourth down. Lakeview is 2 for 4 on third down. Time of possession, Sharpsville with an edge of 4 minutes and 10 seconds, 14:05 to 9:55. 15-14 is our score. Lakeview on top. For the updates for the other games in the area, it's time to pass the baton off to Chris Burtch. He has tonight's Lock, Stock, and Barrel halftime update brought to you by Lock, Stock, and Barrel, located in the Sharpsville Plaza in Sharpsville. Open 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday. Chris, without further ado, update the listeners and viewers as to what's going on around the area.
Yeah, with pleasure, Ryan. Thanks a lot for the intro and the great work there on the first half stats. In the game over on 790 WPIC, the Farrell Steelers really kind of flexing their muscles, showing off that speed. They are up 26-0 on Wilmington, so the Steelers right back in business. Mercer Sagertown, I keep waiting for an update. I'm getting updates. It's just the score hasn't changed. Still 7-7 there. So the Mustangs in a dogfight. Okay, Sagertown just scored. Thank you. Breaking news. Sagertown just scored. So 14-7. Sagertown now up over Mercer. Cambridge Springs has jumped up 14-0 on that kind of surging Reynolds team with that great win last week against Lakeview.
Those are the last two teams to win the 1A title in District 10.
That's right.
Reynolds 3 years in a row, Spa last year.
Yep. Conneaut's up 13-0 on Maplewood. Greenville continuing to roll. They are up 21-0 on Northwestern. Corey up 14-7 on Mercer Prep. Fairview is up 6-3 on Seneca. Hickory, no problems with Niles. They are up 21-0 on that Niles team.
If I may jump in, it's actually 28-0 now.
28-0.
So up to the moment update.
Definitely rolling, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Literally rolling. Grove City scored late in the half to cut it to 13-7. So the Oilers up 13-7 on Grove City. Titusville, we saw how good they are. They're no problems tonight with Northeast. They're up 26-0. Last night, Harbor Creek defeated Slippery Rock 35-10. Warren is up 7-6 on Girard. So Warren, struggled this year, but they must be playing some pretty good football against a pretty good Girard team.
Well, they're both 0-5.
0-5. Okay, yeah. So I mean, I thought Girard was good the night we saw him. How about that?
Mark Brooks is head coach.
Right.
You can take that to the. You can bank on that. But
no question.
They're locked in a good one with Warren.
Ways to go. Yeah.
Ways to go.
Yeah. How about this one, Briggsy? Fort LaBeouf, who we know has beaten Farrell and Grove City this year, they are losing to General McLean 21-0. So the Lancers are back a little bit, huh?
They are. They certainly, I think, are the favorite in 4A this year.
Yeah.
Remember on opening night they went down to Newcastle, who's undefeated still,
right?
And had a chance to send it to overtime with a 2-pointer late, didn't get it, but. And Fort LaBeouf certainly playing well, but they have they had a late interception. They had a goal line stand to beat Corey. Beat Farrell late. I mean, they've been living on the edge as of late.
Right. Yeah, no doubt. A couple other ones. Erie is up 21-0 on Franklin. That was a while ago. I'm sure it's much more than 21 now for the for Erie. McDowell is up 21-0 on Villa. That's an Ohio school.
Villa Angela St. Joe's.
Yes. And you mentioned Newcastle. They're undefeated, but they got their hands full tonight. They're losing to Aliquippa 27-7. Laurel and Northgate are tied at 0 at halftime, and Neshannock is up 17-0 on Shenango. So some good games going on over in Lawrence County.
Yeah, you mentioned Shenango and Laurel, Neshannock. Then Union and Mohawk are playing too. Those teams all used to play. Lakeview used to play those teams in the 60s and 70s. The old Tri-County League. Yeah. Wilmington, Slippery Rock in there. Mercer also back in the days of yesteryear. And of course, Sharpsville has played some of those schools as well intermittently over the years. Right now it is halftime, 15-14. The Lakeview lead. Chris, you have an update at all?
Yeah. Local, or I guess kind of local District 9 team, Karn City, who usually is pretty good. They're 3-1 this year. 51-0. Central Clarion is up on Karn City. So Central Clarion's a real deal.
Central Clarion hung 76 on Bradford last week. So they have a Central Clarion. They are a team to keep an eye on in Class 2A. Certainly, Farrell was the favorite District 10 and 2A. One would have to think, but Central Clarion, they of course it's Clarion, Limestone, and North Clarion all rolled into one. And, there's a great tradition there at the two football schools, Clarion and then at Clarion Limestone, and that's you're up 51 zip on Karn City.
On Karn City, yeah.
That is an eye opener.
That's an eye opener for sure. Just got an update from our buddy Eric Thomas calling that Mohawk Union game. Mohawk is up 17-14. That must be a good game.
The Warriors and the Scotties in a Class 2A matchup in District 7. One update to pass on to you, Major League Baseball. Pirates closing out the regular season in Yankee Stadium. No score in the bottom of the fourth. Jared Jones on the mound for the Pirates today, making the final start of his rookie season. So good to see him back out there after, maybe perhaps some injury concerns last time, but apparently he is hale and healthy and doing well against the Bronx Bombers so far tonight at Yankee Stadium. Here at the break, 15-14, Lakeview with the lead. Don't forget after the game, while the Reinhardt's Insurance Player of the Game and the Lock, Stock, and Barrel Play of the Game, and then we go back to the studio until 11 o'clock tonight. Aaron, Darren, and Art, Aaron Byro, Darren Steele, and Art Shannon will have the Warner's Homes and Improvements fifth quarter scoreboard show until 11 o'clock tonight here on Sports Radio 96.7 and on 790 WPIC. Of course, you'll also able to catch the guys on our Facebook page. Many of you are tuned in watching tonight or listening via that medium as well, so we thank you, and it should be a lot of fun. Tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. here on Sports Radio 96.7, George Abraham, Albert Campman have Coach's Corner.
Yeah.
They'll recap tonight's action. They'll talk about all the college football action tomorrow. Penn State opening up Big Ten play. Pitt is off. Open day before opening ACC play next Saturday, the 5th at North Carolina. That's a very fun 2 hours. Great way to start your weekend with George and Al.
Yeah, it sure is. Every level of football they'll go over, and again, guys, if you listen to them for a couple hours, you'll learn some things about sports.
You'll learn. You'll get a laugh or two, and it's a great way to kickstart your weekend. That's Coach's Corner, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. tomorrow. And then wrapping up the weekend, if you will, it's Pick Sportsline Monday 5 to 7. Bob Greenberg and Hugh Ringer. They'll be recapping Pittsburgh Steeler football. They'll recap high school action and much, much more. 5 to 7 with Bob and Hugh. Again, a great 2 hours, kind of a great bookends to your week, if you will, with the Monday night show and then the Saturday morning show here on Sports Radio 96.7. We'll take a break. We'll come back and get you set for the third quarter. It's Lakeview and Sharpsville locked on a good one, 15-14. Lakeview with the lead. We'll come back with the third quarter after this on Sports Radio 96.7.
Kinder is a member of National.
These buildings and streets. It's the people who live and work and contribute to making life for themselves and the people around the world. Attorney Bill and Lori believes in the young people who offer his future. Attorney Bill and Lori would like to say good luck.
A new kitchen from Warner's Homes and Improvements. We create new kitchens that dreams are made of. We buy direct from the manufacturers, using top quality materials with no shortcuts. The latest in style and functionality for a fair price. Call Warner's today and get inspired. Warner's Homes and Improvements on Route 19 in Mercer or online at warnersconstruction.com.
The drug landscape has changed. Illegal fentanyl has made its way into the drug supply. Synthetic opioid, up to 50 times stronger than heroin, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. It only takes the tiniest amount to cause a fatal overdose. Although fentanyl is being mixed into almost every kind of drug, you wouldn't be able to see it, smell it, or taste it. Know the dangers.
Contact Mercer County Behavioral Health, Inc. in Mercer, PA at 724-662-2230 or visit cdc.gov/stop-overdose. Brought to you by the Heritage PA Rotary Club and the Mercer County Opioid Settlement Fund. I'm hungry.
Well, I know just the place to go.
I got what I like.
Oh, yeah.
Win. Wait, what about drinks?
Well, it's a bar and grill, so yeah, you're covered.
Win.
Speaking of win, they've got gaming too, so you can
win.
Come sit down for a great meal, a great drink, a great time, or all three. Blaze Pub and Grill has just what you want. So come by for good eats, cold drinks, and the latest ways to win. Blaze Pub and Grill, East State Street, Hermitage.
Did you know that Mancino's Driving School can give you your driver's test? That's right. Mancino's Driving School provides an approved Pennsylvania Department of Education certified driving course as well as behind-the-wheel training. Mancino's Driving School offers one-on-one, on-the-road driving lessons 7 days a week with day and evening hours. They use only certified driving instructors that have undergone extensive background investigation. For details or more information on adult training, go online to mancinosdrivingschool.com.
The third quarter is brought to you by Warner's Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1958.
Back here at Lakeview High School, Ryan Briggs and Chris Burtch with you tonight. Art Shannon back in the studio producing our game. And tomorrow night, very intriguing non-conference game. Sharon going up to Meadville. You know, the Tigers, after back-to-back wins over Hickory and Farrell, go up to Meadville on a Saturday night. That's going to be a tall task for Coach Mack and his team. Likewise, going to be a tall task for Meadville, too. That should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, no doubt about that. That'll be a lot of fun. But, you know, I just have the sense that, that's just kind of a mature group for that Sharon Tigers, that they're going to go up there and they're going to play as well as they need to and take care of business. I mean, Meadville's good. But Sharon, I just think it's a little bit of a different animal this year that Coach Mack seems to have with that Sharon team. So yeah, it's a great test for them, in a non-region situation. But I really like that team.
Of course, the head coach is Ray Collins at Meadville. He was an assistant for Jason McElhaney at West Middlesex for a couple of years. So kind of, the additional factor, if you will, with that. And Meadville playing pretty good football. Meadville not going to do anything fancy. That the lineup, that Delaware wing T and come right at you. Although the Dogs are throwing a little bit more than they have in the past.
Yeah, they must have somebody who can throw it, right?
They have two guys can throw, actually.
Yeah, that's that always, these guys, these coaches, and he runs the football. Well, yeah, wait till he gets somebody who can throw it, then it changes things a little bit. And so yeah, Coach Collins, he knows he knows how to put people in positions to have success. We've seen him do that before.
Teams have returned to the field. They're going through their stretching and warm-ups, getting ready for the start of the second half. We're about 2 minutes away from the start of the second half. Lakeview in the slate-colored jerseys with the slate-colored pants, white numbers and letters outlined in red, black helmets. Sharpsville white tops, blue bottoms, blue numbers and letters, blue trim. White helmets with the red stripe down the middle for the West Middlesex Co-op, an ode to that.
Yeah.
Wind's starting to pick up a little bit more. It's been blowing all night, but we could even hear it at halftime or feel it a little bit more. And we didn't really see it affect play in the first half, but you have to think at some point it will factor.
Right, yeah, no doubt. I mean, it's almost howling now, right? And, there's no doubt. It's picked up a little bit. And, again, Sharpsville is obviously – Lakeview is obviously more of a passing team. But the way they use the passing game, I don't think the wind is going to impact what they like to do that much.
What are a couple keys that you're going to look for here in the second half, Chris?
I mean, obviously, Sharpsville is going to get the football to start the half. I think what Sharpsville wants to do is they want to put together a long, sustained drive, score, and take the lead, and then try to figure out a way to make a stop against this great Lakeview offense. But, and I don't want to exaggerate this point too much. I'm almost kind of thinking of it sort of like a coach that's nervous about everything, right? The problem for Lakeview, even though they're up 1 right now, is if you get down, how many more times are you going to get the football? So if you're Sharpsville, you want another long sustained drive to take a lead. If you're Lakeview, make that stop, get a couple more scores, and then this Sharpsville team is not really built to come back from down a couple of scores. So it'd be great to watch to see which team can sort of impose their will on the other along those lines.
Nice crowd on hand here tonight.
Yeah.
Versus the seating on one side here. So the Sharpsville folks and Lakeview folks intermingled, if you will, a little bit.
Yeah.
But they just turned out to be a pretty nice night. We've not had any precipitation. There was some off and on light showers during the day, and still the outside chance of one popping up here as the night goes on.
Yeah.
But all in all, the field, it is a bit damp, but in excellent condition.
Yeah. I mean, you know me, I don't like cold. However, I certainly kind of appreciate the fact that it kind of feels like fall, seems like fall. People are dressed like it's fall for a mid-season football game. Just kind of has that feel for the first time. The first 5 weeks kind of felt like they were real early season games, because of the weather, but not tonight.
Sharpsville won the toss and deferred its option of the second half, so the Blue Devils have, not surprisingly, elected to receive.
Yeah.
And Lakeview will be kicking from right to left. Lakeview will go towards the scoreboard in the third quarter. Thus, Sharpsville will be going towards the scoreboard in the fourth quarter, so there certainly can be an advantage to that.
Sure.
15-14 the score. The difference, a 2-point conversion in the first quarter for Lakeview.
After a penalty, right?
The only penalty of the night against
that?
Sharpsville. 1 penalty, 1 yard.
Yep.
Also 1 point.
1 point. Yeah, I was just going to say, cost them a point.
At least one. And maybe 2. The husband looked good on the second kick, but, he's 2 for 5 on the season. He hasn't necessarily been, automatic.
Yeah, right. Yep.
He will kick off, does Johnny Husband, the senior. Has it teed up at the 40. Second half is underway. Line drive down the middle of the field, and it's going to be batted down and then picked up at the 20-yard line. The return man, that's going to be Will Vogan out across the 30 to the 32-yard line. And Sharpsville will put the ball in play there. 7 seconds into the second half.
Yeah. Yeah, nice job by Vogan there, scooping it up and picking up a couple of yards. So
it's going to be first down and 10, and they're going to spot it on the 31-yard line.
Ball out at about their own 31 yards.
No mystery here what Sharpsville's going to do. I mean, they may mix in a pass or two, but they're going to try to grind here with their big, talented backs, Jaden White and Gino Curry.
1st and 10 at the 31. White wide right as a flanker. Pushkar wide left. Double tight set. McFeeters to the right. Miller to left. Now White will motion across the formation right to left. Curry the single back. Gives to Gino Curry off the right side. Curry up the middle now. Cutting back into the secondary. Brought down out past the 40. At the 43-yard line, Gino Curry picks up a dozen on the first offensive play of the second half.
He just beats everybody to the spot there, right? He, able to get a little bit of a push by the offensive line. But then once he got out into the linebacking core, guys could not get from their position to him in the middle of the field before he was able to pick up a little more than 10 yards.
Give him 12 out to the 43. 1st and 10, Sharpsville. 10th first down of the night. Split backs behind Cadman. McFeeters is a wing to the left. Pushkar wide left. And the give is to White on a sweep around left end. White out close to midfield, knocked out of bounds. Right near the midfield line. 7 more. Leighton Zack will bring some out of bounds, but a 7-yard gain for Jaden White on his first carry of the second half. White now 58 yards on 6 carries.
Yeah, and just some really good blocking scheme there. That's the one thing, obviously. We heard Coach Reddick talk about Sharpsville being a football program that does similar things year in and year out. And we know on that misdirection jet sweep type action that Sharpsville's going to get guys out there blocking. And we saw it there on that play with White.
The power off tackle, backside guard, Jordan White pulling around.
Yep,
fullback leading through.
You got it. It's a beautiful thing to watch.
White motions left to right. Give the Curry over the right side. Gino Curry, the fullback, into Lakeview territory across the 45. Brought down about the 43. Owen Reynolds and Boer in on the stop. Curry's going to pick up 6 more to the Lakeview 44.
This is for
on the first down. Curry now 70 yards on 15 carries for the freshman tonight.
Yeah, just Curry and White
6-5.
racking up the yards, almost 130 yards combined.
You have that ticket. It's worth $245.
Really difficult to deal with.
Spirit booth behind the press box.
1st and 10 now at the 44. Pushkar wide left. White comes wide right. Double tight set. McFeeters to the right. Miller to the left.
10 Sharpsville.
That will be Pushkar motioning from left to right.
4-yard line.
Turn. Give to Curry. Curry with some running room. Curry into the secondary to the 35. Curry dragging men forward. Curry stacked up at the 30. Finally brought
goes down
to the turf at about the 30. And a flag behind the play.
Flag coming in
thrown by referee Rick Witten. And is it going to be on Guthrie? Let's see. Guthrie and Locklear were battling. It's personal foul against Sharpsville. No, it is on Lakeview. So it'll be 15 yards added to the end of the play. Curry picks up 14 to the 30. Then the personal foul will add 15 more on.
A personal foul penalty on the play, and we
that will put the ball into the McCandless Ford red zone. There's also an injury timeout for a Lakeview man down on his back at the 30. So we'll take a timeout as well. 10:32 to go in the third quarter. Sharpsville on the move. Lakeview leads 15-14. Back after this timeout on Sports Radio 96.7.
Water choice in the valley since 1900. The crisp taste of dehydration and hydration. There's a farming to water. So go to your supply today that can deliver to your home or office for free. Ask about our new customer offer of 1 month free rental and 2 free bottles. Herman's Water, when taste matters.
The third quarter is brought to you by Warner's Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1958.
First down and 10 for Sharpsville at the 15. Luke Scheide, the Lakeview player, able to come off on his own. He checked out. Guthrie came out after being penalized as well. So Lakeview with a couple of subs in on that front three. 1st and 10 at the 15. Sharpsville in the McCandless Ford red zone. 5th play of the drive, split backfield behind Cadman. Turn, the give is to White on a sweep over the left side. Jaden White upfield to the 10 to the 5. Jaden White will take it in. Touchdown, Sharpsville. Jaden White, a 15-yard touchdown run, his 6th touchdown run of the season. Sharpsville back on top, 20-15.
Yeah, you ever see that drill that teams run in the preseason camp where you just run through arms? That's exactly what it looked like there. And You can't arm tackle him. You have to commit, get the body on, or go down by the legs. You try to arm tackle him, he's going to run through it like it's weeds.
And now Sharpsville will go for 2. That drive, 5 plays, 69 yards. It used 1 minute, 49 seconds. Going for 2 to make this a 7-point game. Cadman will be alone in the shotgun. McFeeters tight to the right. Curry flanker right. Miller tight left. Pushkar and White to the left. And now Jaden White motions from left to right. And a flag thrown by the headlinesman across the way. A penalty will be called on Sharpsville. A false start, and now the conversion attempt will come from the 7.5, and here comes the kick unit.
Yeah, Coach Piccarelli is not happy. Oof. Yeah, that's a painful one. You got the right play in there. You're ready to go, and somebody jumps on a 2-point conversion.
Of course, they had the other penalty came on Lakeview's conversion attempt, so they've been penalty-free on scrimmage plays.
How about that?
But 2 penalties on extra point attempts, and now Piccarelli on to kick as the wind really gusting.
Yeah, how about that, right? The timing of this wind gust right here is not great for Sharpsville.
Kent will hold, kicking at the goalpost to the right. Snap is good. Kick on the way from Piccarelli, puts his foot into it, and the kick is good. 21-15. Sharpsville back on top. We have 10 minutes and 4 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Sharpsville retakes the lead, 21-15. We'll come back with more from Lakeview after this on Sports Radio 96.7.
Your business potential with Hermitage Minuteman Press. From eye-catching designs to professional printing, Hermitage Minuteman Press are your local experts. Boost your brand with stunning business cards, brochures, banners, apparel, and more. Hermitage Minuteman Press team ensures top-quality results with lightning-fast turnaround. Plus, their marketing solutions will take you to the next level. Elevate your image and stand out from the competition. Experience excellence in printing and marketing at Minuteman Press today. Minuteman Press, 3170 East State Street in Hermitage. Online at hermitage.minutemanpress.com or follow them on Facebook. Mention this ad and receive 10% off your first order. The third quarter is brought to you by Warner's Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1958.
21-15, Lakeview back on top with 10:04 to go in the third quarter, along with Chris Burtch. Ryan Briggs with you tonight on Sports Radio 96.7. Wind really picking up. You can hear it in our crowd mic.
Yeah, yep.
And trying to figure out which direction it's going, but it's kind of been swirling.
It's swirling, yeah.
It's been blowing in through the door to our left. It's come in through the front on us. It's a tricky wind to handle. Picker really had no trouble with it on his extra point, but he will now kick off. Skiles and Boer deep for Lakeview back near the 20. Picker really on the run-up. Sends a worm burner near side, field on the hop at the 38-yard line by one of the up men, and the return man for Lakeview will pull his way out to the 35.
Ethan Johnson,
who we've seen as a backup tight end a little bit tonight.
Ethan Johnson
to bring that one out to the 45-yard line. Good field position for the Sailors as they look to answer.
Yeah, Ethan Johnson doing a good
Jordan White making
good shortstop routine there, kind of getting low, making the feeling the worm burner and able to run it back.
Ball through 45-yard line.
Ethan Johnson with a run back of 8 yards, and that's where Lakeview puts the ball in play at the 45-yard line. Now trailing again 21-15. That's Julian Zackrell wide left. Double slot set. Skiles in motion. He'll get the handoff on a jet sweep. Cuts up the middle. Skiles at 45, and Skiles into Sharpsville territory. Ball came out at the end of the play. McFeeters knocked it loose, and it's recovered by Sharpsville.
Wow.
The recovery downfield by the Blue Devils. Hayden McFeeters blindsided. Skiles knocked it loose as Sharpsville takes over at the 35, the first turnover of the night.
How about that?
Skiles on the carry.
Bad timing for it, too, obviously, coming right on the heels of a Sharpsville touchdown drive to start the half.
Sharpsville takes over.
And a big gainer for Lakeview.
At their own
but the turnover at the end, the fumble at the end, giving it right back to the Blue Devils.
And Sharpsville takes over at the 21, the 35, leading 21-15. First turnover of the night. Pushkar will come right. Skiles, a very nice run, and Hayden McFeeters just lowered the boom on.
Yes. Yeah, that's credit needs to be given to McFeeters for that.
Double tight set. Pushkar flanker right on the short side of the field. Curry and White, the backs. Back the pass is Cadman. Back foot, throwing it downfield, and didn't complete a diving attempt made by Skiles. It hit the turf. There is a flag back in the pocket also.
Flag on the play.
And do we have a hold? Let's see. Referee Rick Witten.
Getting the numbers. He's looking at Sharpsville, guys, numbers.
So we saw Vincent coming through again. It is holding on Sharpsville. That will set the Blue Devils back 10 yards to the 25. It will be now 1st and 20 with 9:45 to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, that was ill-fated kind of right from the start, wasn't it? As almost an interception. Cadman, got dinged up a little bit, and it was a hold. So,
a lot happening, and not much would be if you're a Sharpsville fan.
No.
Penalty on the play, puts the ball
now 1st and 20 back at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Third flag of the night for Sharpsville for 16 yards. Lakeview's been penalized 3 times for 30 yards. 3 backs in the backfield now as McFeeters is a halfback. The give is to White. Student body left. He's going to be hit and thrown down for a loss. Back at the 20-yard line as Braden Boer comes through to bring him down for a loss of close to 5 on the play. It will be 2nd and long.
Yeah, Boer just playing hard there, right? Just that's all that was. Just threw the block off and said, you know what, you're not getting out into space to run people over again. Number 6, and makes a great tackle there on Jaden White.
2nd and 24 now, back at the 21-yard line.
5-yard loss on the play.
Actually, the official are going to call it the 20. The back point of the ball was touching the 20. 2nd and 25 for Sharpsville. Pushcard deploys wide left. Curry will be wide right. Double tight set. Cadman alone on the shotgun. White is a slot man to the left. 2nd and 25 at the 20. Cadman back to pass, setting up a screen underneath, and it's caught by White upfield. That's Miller. Antonio Miller to the 35. Antonio Miller's first catch of the season. The tight end screen, and he gets it out past the 35 to the 37. A gain of 17. And there's a
injury timeout on
that
the
is
field.
Brewer down behind the play for Lakeview.
It's number 2, Antonio.
Start wondering with Lakeview, just the Sailors, not a lot of depth, only about a 22-man roster, and injuries really becoming problematic tonight.
Yeah, losing key guys too. It's not like just.
So the completion to Antonio Miller, the tight end.
Yeah. A really well set up screen as Cadman under all kinds of pressure, but all those slate jerseys in there, and then when he was able to get that out to Miller, not too many Lakeview defenders left.
It will be 3rd down and 9 from the 36 when we resume action. We're going to take a 30-second break. We'll come back with more third quarter action. 8 minutes, 32 seconds to go in the third. It's 21-15. Sharpsville leads on Sports Radio 96.7.
Shenandoah Valley has relied on one name for all their insurance needs, Naylor Insurance. Through generations of trust, Naylor Insurance protected families, homes, and businesses, providing security in uncertain times. From auto and home to life and business, Naylor Insurance got you covered. Call Naylor Insurance today at 724-962-5757 for a free consultation, or visit them at NaylorInsurance.com. Naylor Insurance, trusted for generations. A Reinhardt's Agency Inc. affiliate.
The third quarter is brought to you by Warner's Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1958.
3rd down and 9 for Sharpsville to 36. Cadman back to pass, pumps, hit by Boynton as he throws downfield. Caught by McFeeters at the 40. McFeeters stiff arm on Zacro and brought down at the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 30. Hayden McFeeters, the big tight end, down the seam. Sharpsville converts on 3rd and 9, the first third down conversion of the night for the Devils.
Yeah, how about getting Antonio Miller and Hayden McFeeters involved here for 2 big plays on this drive? So Sharpsville really mixing it up here and getting some other people involved in the action.
McFeeters making the catch, his 4th catch of the season, and that one goes for 31 yards to the 33 of Lakeview. Cadman now 4 for 4 for 66 yards.
That's what he does, right? I mean, that's very similar numbers that we've seen him put up in several of these games. Did it last week against the Rock.
Perneski back in. He's a wing to the left. Split backs behind Cadman. The turn, the give is to White on a sweep. Jaden White cuts upfield, White to the 25. White stumbling downfield, cut down short of the 20, but he'll have enough for the first down. Jaden White on the sweeper over the left side. Picks up about a dozen. And the Blue Devils have their 16th first down of the night.
White just great vision there. Just able to get off of left tackle and find the first seam, then find the second one, then cut back and find a third seam to pick up another first down.
Vince Lombardi, a seal here, and run it in the alley.
Got it.
He had the seals, and he ran it downfield for 12 yards to the 21.
Yeah, I think old Vince would like the Sharpsville offense.
Perneski wing left, double tight set, split backfield, and they give again on another buck sweep to Jaden White. He'll bounce this one outside. White to the 15. White runs over a man. He's down to the 10. Sharpsville will have first and goal back into the McCandless Ford red zone. Jaden White picks up 11 more to the 10-yard line.
Leighton Zaccaro on the tackle for Lakeview.
And again, the number of times that you have to tackle Jaden White adds up on a team, you know, and he's just running people over here as we inch closer and closer to the fourth quarter of this football game.
7 minutes to go in the third. 21-15 Sharpsville leading, and first and goal from the 10. Perneski wing right, double tight set. Curry and White behind Cadman. And the give it's to White on a jet sweep or a buck sweep over the right side, and he will not get much at all. Garrett Guthrie right at the point of attack.
Off the right side.
We see Scheide in there as well. White will get
in to make the initial hit for Lakeview.
It's going to be no gain officially. Second and goal now at the 10. One thing to keep in mind too, Chris, in Piccarilli's field goal range here, field goal makes it a 2-score game.
Right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Scheide and Guthrie doing a nice job there to not let White get started.
Gain on the play, second down.
Second and goal now at the 10. White wide right, Pushkar wide left. Now Pushkar motions left to right. Cadman under center. Turn give to Curry. Curry over right guard. Curry to the 5, and down to about the 3-yard line goes Gino Curry. Brought down by middle linebacker Tanner Vincent. Third and goal at the 3. This drive's now used 4 minutes. This will be the 8th play of the drive.
Husband and Vincent on the stop for the
drive began at the 35 after the Lakeview fumble.
Yeah. Yeah, and again, I mean, this is, even.
Third down and goal.
See Jaden White checking out. Will Vogan will check in for the first time on offense.
Yeah.
Third and goal at the 3. Play clock at 8. Vogan wide left. Double tight set. Pushkar will now motion from right to left. Cadman under center. Turn, give to Curry. He is hit by Boer. Curry keeps the legs moving, and he's going to get to about the 1.5 yard line. It will be 4th and goal, and decision time for Sharpsville. It looks like it's going to be a quick decision. Offense staying out there.
Yeah. Yeah, Boer doing a nice job clogging that up, tackling him low. And there it is. Obviously a huge moment in this football game coming right now.
There's a Lakeview man, or that's a Sharpsville player down with a cramp. So we're going to be timeout. It'll be 4th down and goal from about the 1.5 yard line with 5:03 to go in the third. We'll take a 30-second break. We'll come back with the 4th down play. Sharpsville leads by 6. Looking for more on Sports Radio 96.7.
Open their doors and serve their first of over 3 million giant submarine sandwiches. And they still serve 42 whole subs on 15-inch buns. Lock, Stock, and Barrel also has burgers, specialty sandwiches, wraps, gyros, salads, wings, and even breakfast. Lock, Stock, and Barrel is also a full-service deli. Party rings, meat and cheese trays, and cold veggie trays are all available. Open Tuesday through Saturday. Closed Sundays and Mondays.
The third quarter is brought to you by Warner's Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1958.
And it is Gino Curry who is going to walk off. So he will not be out there for this 4th and goal from the 1.5. We saw Jaden White out on the last play.
Yeah.
You want to know if that might change the decision-making or the offense will stay out there.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt. We've obviously talked a little bit about Lakeview's attrition, but Sharpsville kind of racking up a little bit of their own here.
4th and goal from about 1.5 yards out. McFeeters will line up in the backfield. Perneski tight to the right. Miller tight left. White will be in the backfield with McFeeters.
Back.
So, offset eye. Cadman turned, give to McFeeters, the fullback. And McFeeters, did he get in? Lakeview says they stopped him. And he did not make it in.
Wow.
On 4th and goal, McFeeters, the fullback, stopped. And Lakeview holds with 4:42 to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, wow. What a play there by the Lakeview defensive front. Obviously, everybody in tight. And Sharpsville tried to kind of shift things up and give it to Hayden McFeeters.
Short of the goal line.
But the Lakeview defense up to the task and an absolutely monster stop by this Lakeview defense.
1 yard line.
Goal line stand. Lakeview Sailors back in business.
McFeeters was his 5th carry of the year, but the first 4 were from the wingback position, kind of on that old counter play.
Yeah.
First time that they've given it to him, on a fullback blast in short yardage, and Lakeview up to the challenge. Sailors have it at their own 1, coming out from the end line, however.
Yeah, this is you celebrate 1 second, but now you got some work to do.
Zackel in the shotgun. Leighton Zackel throws a slant, and it's batted down. McFeeters nearly had a touchdown. Batted it down. Looked like a volleyball block. It'll be 2nd down and 10 from the 1 yard line.
Just a little bit behind
Pass broken up
Skiles there, and McFeeters. Yeah, like you said, he maybe looked for a second there like he'd have a shot to catch it and trot in.
Instead, it is 2nd and 10 now back at the 1 yard line. And certainly Lakeview, the way they play with the spread and throwing. By the way, that was the first incompletion of the night for either team.
That's unbelievable.
Cadman 4 for 4 for Sharpsville. Zackrell now 5 of 6. But certainly you can't be too freewheeling back on your own 1 yard line.
No.
4 receivers set. Zackrell in the shotgun with Shell to his right. And Zackrell will take it up the middle. Zackrell has a little room, and then that hole closes quickly. Zackrell out to about the 5, and a flag comes in at the end of the play.
A late flag
thrown by the umpire right in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
And this could be one that you put a star next to. Does it bail Lakeview out of being in its own end, or will the Sailors be pinned back close to the goal line? We'll see.
Yeah. I mean, guys are getting a little, frustrated, tired of hitting each other, so there's some talking going on. And the officials are, they let it go for a while usually, and then they get tired of it.
Personal foul against Sharpsville.
Okay.
Personal foul against Sharpsville.
That's big.
So that will give Lakeview a first down and move the ball out to the 20-yard line. So they get a little bit of breathing room on the quarterback run, and then 15 more. And certainly, if Lakeview's able to do something on this drive, again, they have a long way to go. The ball's at the 20-yard line. But if Lakeview's able to do something here, that could be a real game changer right there.
Yes, no doubt. Right.
Just inside the 20-yard
line. The ball out the 20, first point of the ball touching the 20. 6th first down of the night for Lakeview. Each team has 1 first down via penalty tonight. Zackrell brings man in motion. That is going to be Boer over the right side, and Boer over left end of the jet sweep. Braden Boer out across the 25, close to the 30. It'll be a gain of 9 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 1. One guy we've not talked a lot about tonight, Blake Skiles, just 2 carries, no catches tonight. Came into the game leading Mercer County in yards from scrimmage with 890, but he so far has been held in check by Sharpsville.
Yeah, they obviously they've looked for him a few times. They've targeted him a few times, but passes behind him, passes broken up. So yeah, good. Probably just really good game planning and scouting by Sharpsville's defense.
Boitnott wide right, Owen Reynolds wide left, double slot set. Skiles in motion, back to pass Zackrell. Zackrell going to throw the ball downfield, looking for Boitnott over everybody's head. Incomplete on 2nd and short.
Yeah.
The nearest man to that one was the back judge.
Yeah.
And he might have been in the same zip code.
Boitnott was 20 yards away from that football.
Yeah, he was jammed up pretty well at the line.
Yeah, that was a good defense, but I'm sure if that's me, I'm running back saying, do you think I'm a little faster than I actually am?
Every guy thinks he's faster than he is, though, Chris.
That's true. Not me anymore.
No, never was. 2 things. Every guy thinks they're faster, every guy thinks they're funnier, and every guy thinks they're better looking than they are.
Yeah, that's depressing, huh?
Yes, it is. Glad to liven up your Friday night with Chris. 3rd and short from the 29-yard line. Zackrell in the shotgun. Ball in the near left hash mark. 4-man front for Sharpsville. Zackrell on a quarterback run. He's hit, cut down, and might be short. Hayden McFeeters cuts him down.
Zackrell on the keeper.
And it's going to be 4th down. Had to get to the 30, and he will be a whisker short, it would appear. Yeah, they'll put it down. He's about the length of the football short.
Yeah.
4th down on a yard, and Lakeview will presumably go for it. Zackrell is the punter, but you don't see any other personnel changing.
Was that Concord? Was that
it was McFeeters. Concord was there too.
Yeah, McFeeters. Yeah.
4th and short. Lakeview has to get to the 30 for the first down. Now Zackrell comes under center, gets the snap on a sneak. He's pushed back. He's hit. He didn't get it.
Nope.
Brian White and Caleb Concar combined to bring him down, and Lakeview turns it over on downs at the 29-yard line.
Yeah, just great defense out there on that edge. That's a couple of times Concar was kind of sealing off the edge and allowed someone else to make the play. What a huge stop by
Concar coming in on the stop for Sharpsville.
And Sharpsville now will take over with excellent field position. So
yeah.
Sharpsville stopped at the goal line on 4th and goal for 1, stopped out of the end zone. But the Blue Devil defense comes up with a big stop, and now Blue Devils back in business in Lakeview territory at the 29-yard line.
Yeah, short field. I mean, it's good enough field position. We can go ahead and call it that. It's
outstanding.
Yeah.
Curry and White split backs behind Cadman. Double wing set. And the give is to Jaden White on a sweeper on the left side. He is hit and cut down immediately. Tanner Vincent, the middle linebacker, knifing through to bring him down for no gain. It will be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Vincent, great job.
By Vincent.
Kind of anticipated where he was going to go, wrapped him up around the waist, and brought him down.
And Wyatt Maxwell is down for Lakeview. He did not start on the defensive line, but he's been out there a lot. Came in early after Heckman left due to an injury, and this will have an injury stoppage with 2:11 to go in the 3rd quarter. Lakeview on top, 21-15. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with more after this on Sports Radio 96.7.
When you're a grower, you know what it takes to thrive in the field, and my bank understands and respects that. When you've got a financial partner working alongside you, it makes the days a little easier, and the numbers all add up. My bank is experienced when it comes to agriculture. My family's been doing business with them for a long time. I'm independent, and so is my bank. Mercer County State Bank, member FDIC, your community bank. Online at mcsbank.bank. The 3rd quarter is brought to you by Warner's Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1958.
Maxwell checking out. Able to walk off on his own. They're going to look at him here on the near sideline. And it will be Colton Hiles checking in on the defensive line for Lakeview. 2nd down and 10 for Sharpsville at the Sailor 29. 6-point lead. 2 minutes to go, 3rd quarter, 21-15. Sharpsville on top. The Blue Devils will stay in the... Well, they will come out of the double tight set as McFeeters is a wing to the left. Curry motions out of the backfield. That's a quick pitch to Jaden White. White trying to get around left end. White with some running room. White cuts back to his right, gets a block. White down to about the 20-yard line.
Jaden White
brought down by
carrier,
Vincent.
Right left side.
Jaden White will be close to the first down marker, and he has enough for the first down as Sharpsville also returns to the McCandless Ford red zone.
Yeah, just able to kind of pick his way down the field.
Ball spotted at the Lakeview 19-yard line.
Quick update, Briggsy, that's going to send big messages around the area in 1A. Cambridge Springs up 26-0 on Reynolds.
Oh, the spa a little too hot for Reynolds tonight.
Oh, man.
That's certainly one will get people's attention.
Yeah.
Of course, Lakeview is in 1A, playing in Region 2 with Cambridge Springs.
Right.
Cambridge Springs' lone loss was against Greenville, 17-0 earlier this year. 1st and 10 at the 19 for Sharpsville. Curry the single back behind Cadman. They give us to Curry off the left side. Curry keeps the legs moving and picks up a couple of extra yards on second effort. Looked like they had him down for a short gain, but he'll take it inside the 15 to the 13. Curry, tough running to the 13-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Brought down by Guthrie.
Yeah, Curry, dinged up a little bit. Had to come out for, the gold line play. And good to see him back in there doing what he does.
Curry tonight, 19 carries, 99 yards.
Wow.
White with 101 yards tonight on 13 carries.
I can do that math.
2nd and 4 at the 13. White flanker right now. He'll motion across the formation right to left. Curry the single back. Give to Curry. Curry pops through a hole. Curry to the 10. Curry to the 5. Gino Curry is in. Touchdown, Sharpsville. Gino Curry scores from 13 yards out. His third touchdown of the night. He goes over the 100-yard mark, and it's 27-15 Sharpsville.
Yeah, 2 minutes and 5-second drive that started on the 29. Sharpsville kind of doing what they do, but a modified version of it because they had such a short field. But, there it is. There's that 2-score lead we talked about at halftime.
Gino Curry scores his third touchdown of the night.
Sagertown has beat the Mustangs 14-7.
Curry now 8 touchdowns rushing this year. Piccarelli on to attempt the extra point. Logan Kent will hold.
32, Wilmington nothing. That's at the end of the
kicking off towards the goalpost to the right. Snap a little high. Kent puts it down. The kick from Piccarelli is up, and it is good. He is for 4 tonight. Sharpsville has a 28-15 lead. 23 seconds to go in the third. We'll come back with more after this as Sharpsville leads 28-15 on Sports Radio 96.7.
Restoration, may I help you? How are you?
Oh, I was waiting for the beep. Or the talkie broken in the press?
No, you're a real person.
Great. I believe you mentioned a small fee to try and compare prices on my roof.
Well, we can have one of our person managers call you to set up an appointment within an hour and go at your house for an estimate within 24 hours.
Wow, that's service.
Well, that's what we specialize in.
Roofing, siding, windows, and door install. Roofing estimate 800-663-8103.
The third quarter is brought to you by Borders Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1958.
Back here at Lakeview, Sharpsville has extended its lead to 28-15 with 23 seconds to go third quarter. Ryan Briggs, Chris Burtch with you tonight here in the Twin Cities on homecoming, and some work now to do for the Sailors.
Yeah, and again, I mean, obviously, what 1 quarter and change left here as we approach the end of the third quarter, and we've seen Lakeview score quick. But you can't really think this way. But certainly, if you're Lakeview, you think this end of the third quarter, first drive of the fourth quarter, potentially got to make something happen.
Piccarelli to kick off. This is a line drive down the near side. It will bounce, and it will trickle out of bounds at the 29-yard line. And if you're Lakeview, what do? Do you make him kick again?
No. I say you pick it up at the 35 and go. Yeah.
I would say kick it again because maybe the ball ends up in Boer's hands or Skiles' hands.
Yeah.
But we'll see what decision is made.
They're going to do it.
Okay. Well, and you figure the kick team had to run downfield.
Right.
And it's a lot of starters out there. You see Huffman and Miller out there, Vogan, Perneski. Guys have been out there quite a bit.
Right.
So the penalty will be 5 yards, and Sharpsville will now kick off from the 35-yard line. Don't forget, after the game, Reinhardt's Insurance Player of the Game, Lock, Stock, and Barrel Play of the Game.
Sharpsville kick one out of bounds. Will be re-kicking from the 35.
And Piccarelli will kick off. Kick angle to the near side of the 30, and it will go. No, it stayed in bounds along the 23. Boer picks it up, and he's going to be brought down back at the 16-yard line by Will Vogan. What a kick by Piccarelli.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, it's like a golfer, right? Trying to chip it into a specific spot. And you think, no way is he going to be able to do it, and he did it. But, yeah, I mean, I think Brewer made the right decision because it didn't look like that ball was going to go out of bounds. So he finally picks it up, and by that time, several white shirts around him. And so, in a way, you lose 12 yards off of what you would have gotten from the penalty, and you lose a couple of seconds off the clock.
Instead of being at the 35, back at the 16-yard line.
More than a couple of yards.
So a 19-yard differential. But we had differing opinions on what we do, and it looks like option Burtch would have been better. But
that's just I can get really conservative about things like that.
1st and 10 back at the 16, although the ball ended up in Boer's hands.
Right.
Zacharel will keep it on a quarterback run. Zacharel out across the 20.
Zacharel
on what
on the
likely is
keeper
the
off
final
the right
play
side.
of the third quarter. He'll pick up 6
Jordan
out to
White
the 22,
makes the tackle.
and that will be the end of the third quarter. Sharpsville scores twice in the third to go up 28-15. Chris and I will come back with the fourth quarter after this.
That
Here
brings
on your
our
home for
third
high school
quarter to a
football
close.
all
Score
season
still
long.
Sharpsville 28.
Sports
Lakeview
Radio
13.
96.7.
Account at Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. At the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union, you get a free checking account that offers no minimum fees, no local service fees, and no transactions. Download the mobile app and you can get 24/7 account access and remote deposit. Enroll in their two locations in Grove City or online at gcafcu.org. Member NCUA, Equal Housing and Equal Opportunity Lender. Open a checking account now and score 4 tickets to a local high school sports event. Call for details.
The fourth quarter is brought to you by Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer.
Back here at Lakeview High School, Sailors on the short end, Sharpsville leading 28-15, excuse me, along with Chris Burtch, Ryan Briggs here on Sports Radio 96.7, WLLF Mercer Hermitage, a Cumulus media station, and on Facebook Live, Sports Radio 96.7. Our videographer tonight is Cole Kudiak, doing a great job. Art Shannon back in the studio producing our game as well. Lakeview will have it 2nd and 5 from the 21-yard line as we begin the fourth quarter. Sailors go left to right. Slate-colored jerseys, white numbers and letters outlined in red. Slate-colored pants, black helmets. Sharpsville white tops, blue pants, blue numbers and letters, blue trim, and the white helmets with the red stripe down the middle as a homage to the West Middlesex Co-op. 2nd and 5 for Lakeview. Sailors now go left to right in the fourth quarter, trailing by a baker's dozen. Zacharel in the shotgun fakes the handoff to Shell. He'll keep it up the middle. He is hit immediately and then slammed on the turf. As getting a hold of him in the middle of the line, that was Hayden McFeeters. McFeeters with a big stick. Zacharel picks up 2. It's 3rd and 3. Sailors are 2 of 5 tonight on 3rd down.
Hayden McFeeters on the tackle.
McFeeters at inside linebacker position, wearing that number 0 with those giant shoulder pads. Looks kind of right out of Central Casting to steal your line about what a middle linebacker should look like.
Almost 5 for Lakeview.
We'll call 3rd and 4. Ball respotted back to the 22. Skiles, who does not have a catch, is wide to the right. 3 receivers left. Ball in the middle of the field. 6 on the play clock. Zacharel throws it left side, and it's going to be caught out there by Boer. Boer upfield, and it looks like second effort. He's going to have the first down.
To Boer over
Boer's
on the
6th
side.
catch of the night, and a much-needed first down for Lakeview.
Yeah. You get the sense, too, sometimes, like this is the sort of time where we have seen Boer really start to make plays. He's a guy that he's just a guy that kind of wants the ball, wants to make the plays in the fourth quarter. So maybe that'll get him going a little bit.
29-yard line.
1st and 10 out to the 29 on that 7-yard completion.
1st down and 10.
Zacharel 6 of 8 for 68 yards. All 6 completions have gone to Boer. Boer now 14 catches on the season. Clock under 11 minutes to go in the fourth. Boitnott will go wide right. Wings to either side. Skiles in motion, and a flag as somebody got a head start on the Lakeview side. It is a 5-yard mark-off
Penalty on the play.
for the false start. It'll be 1st and 15 now back at the 24.
Yeah, you could see, too, that play was set up. That play was going to pick up a nice chunk there. But, yeah, somebody got a little bit of a head start there.
Chris, any updates for us?
Other than Erie High being up 62-0 on Franklin, nothing new recently.
Not a lot of drama in that one. So
no.
Don't forget, later tonight, it's the 5th
Ball
quarter
back at
scoreboard
the
show brought to you by
23-yard
Warner's
line,
Homes and
1st and
Improvements.
15.
Aaron Byro, Darren Steele, Art Shannon will have all the scores from around District 10, Mercer County, until 11 o'clock tonight. 1st and 15 for Lakeview, back at its own 24. 10.5 minutes to go in the fourth. Skiles in motion on a jet sweep, trying to get around the right side. He's in trouble, and he slips and goes down in the backfield. A loss on the play back to the 18-yard line. It will be 2nd down and 21 upcoming now.
Yeah, just got a good one in, Briggs here. A good update. Oil City up 28-14 on Grove City, middle of the third quarter. So you just had a sense that Oil City was going to play tough against Grove City, and certainly they are.
19-yard line.
Loss on the play back to the 19 for Skiles. 2nd and 20 at the 19. And Grove City has struggled to stop the run this year.
Yeah.
Fort LaBeouf ran for 305 yards last week against the Eagles, and
Titusville
did, yeah. And Oil City with Dan York likes to run the ball. And
yeah.
Although the Oilers have been throwing the ball a little bit more this year.
York this year, yeah.
2nd and 20 back at the 19. Zackrell in the shotgun. It's an option, and the late pitch goes to his back, and that is going to be Gavin Shell. First time we've seen option tonight. Well, the first time we've seen option all year from anybody.
Right.
And it's a
Gavin
gain of
Shell on the
5
carry.
out to the 24, but 3rd and 15 now for Lakeview. Just shy of the 25-yard line.
Yeah, I like the play call. I like the formation.
For the Blue Devils.
Maybe on
Sailors
was it 2nd and 20 might not be the perfect time to call that for the first time, but
ball's on the near right hash mark. 9:06 to go, clock rolling, 4th quarter. Skiles wide right, Boyknott, Julian Zackrell, and Boer go to the left. 4-man front for Sharpsville, play clock at 6. Back to pass, Leighton Zackrell. Under pressure from Huffman, flushed out of the pocket. Zackrell throwing the ball downfield, and it's caught by Boer on a comeback right near the first down marker. Took a big hit from Jaden White, and we'll see where he is spotted. Boer held on. He took a big hit.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you think Jaden White
passes complete to Boer,
being able to just haul off and
tackle by White,
light you up like that, that's got to be painful. But
they will spot the ball at the 35, so he is short.
Oh boy.
Apparently may not have had complete control when he caught it out near the first down marker. But 4th and 4 to 35, and the Sailors will go for it. Perhaps the ball game here with 8:10 to go, down 28-15. Sharpsville's been able to chew up clock tonight.
Yeah. The 35-yard line.
Boyknott wide right, Reynolds slot right, Skiles slot left. And we're going to have timeout Sharpsville. Blue Devils take time with 7:58 to go. We'll take a timeout as well.
By Sharpsville.
With Sharpsville leading 28-15. Back with 4th and 4 when we come back on Sports Radio 96.7.
That's not just a room, but a sanctuary. At Warner's Homes and Improvements, they believe in taking the time to get it right. That's why they are proud to introduce their bathroom installation service, where done in a day is a thing of the past. Experience the difference of a bathroom designed for you, not the clock. Visit Warner's Homes and Improvements in Route 18 in Mercer or at warnerconstruction.com. Warner's Homes and Improvements, where your bathroom is our masterpiece. Don't rush perfection.
The 4th quarter is brought to you by Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer.
4th and 4 upcoming for Lakeview from its 35-yard line. 7:58 to go. 28-15 Sharpsville the lead. Ryan Briggs, Chris Burtch with you. The timeout taken by Sharpsville, it allows Lakeview to get Boer back in.
Yeah.
He's shaken up a little bit.
Yeah.
But he will be back out there. Or will he? No, he is not out there.
Okay, yeah. That was, I mean.
It's going to be Reynolds checking in. So 3 receivers go to the left on the wide side of the field. 4th and 4 for Lakeview from the 35. Zackrell in the shotgun. Zackrell quarterback run. Zackrell hit, and he is going to be short, it appears. Second effort. Sharpsville saying he's short, and from where the headlinesman comes in far side, he is going to be short.
Yeah.
They're going to put it down about the 37. He will be a couple yards short. And Sharpsville holds. The Blue Devils will take over in Lakeview territory with 7:51 to go.
Yeah, some discussion here, but officials timeout.
They're going to bring the chains out.
Okay. It's been at the.
I think he's going to be well short, but it's chain gang a little bit of camera time tonight here.
Yeah.
I appreciate the guys working the chains over there.
Yeah.
7:51 to go in the 4th. We don't see too many measurements anymore. A lot of the turf fields and the yard mark, the line lines. And so forth,
yeah. Yeah, I was just thinking that. I might just maybe be the first or second I've seen all year.
And referee Rick Witten says first down Sharpsville, as Zackrell is short. And with 7:51 to go, Sharpsville leading 28-15. Blue Devils will take over 1st and 10 in Lakeview territory. This is the second straight drive that will begin in Lakeview territory.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, a couple of fourth down stops for the Sharpsville defense has given the Blue Devil offense some short fields.
1st and 10 Sharpsville at the 38-yard line.
Run downs. It's Sharpsville football, 1st down and 10. Ball at the Sailor 38-yard line.
Split backs behind Cadman. Double tight set as well. Perneski is a wing to the right. And the give is to Jaden White on a sweep. White cuts back over right guard.
Ball carrier.
He'll get to the 36. Short pickup for Jaden White on his 14th carry of the night.
Brought down by Vincent.
Tanner Vincent in on another stop for Lakeview. It'll be 2nd down and 8, but Sharpsville content to burn clock. And the other thing, too, about that last drive for Lakeview, Chris, it used 4.5 minutes.
Right. Yeah, so they were almost killing. You know, the way it turned out, it was like they were killing clock.
2nd down and 8.
Yeah, for the Blue Devils.
Pushkar will deploy wide to the right. Jaden White wide left. Ball in the middle of the field. Curry is the single back with a double tight set, and now White motions to the right on 2nd and 8. Cadman back to pass. Cadman looking. Cadman throwing it downfield, and it's going to be caught by White at the 10-yard line. He is knocked out of bounds. It'll be goal to go. Sharpsville back into the McCandless Ford red zone. Jaden White circling downfield. His 3rd catch of the night. Cadman now 5 for 5.
Yeah, they flooded the zone with 2 receivers, and it appeared as if both Lakeview guys went with the inside receiver. White able to slip right down through there. Really nice pass by Cadman.
It's a gain of 28 yards. 1st and goal at the 8. Actually, yeah, I'll call it the 8-yard line. 1st and goal. Sharpsville leading 28-15, looking to perhaps put this one away and go to 5-1 overall.
8-yard line.
2 tight ends. White motions left to right again. Curry the single back. 1st and goal at the 8. Cadman turn, give to Curry. Curry to the 5. Curry turning downfield to about the 2.
Curry, the ball carrier, off the right side.
You have to wonder, too, Chris, the Lakeview, just the injuries being thin up front and having Sharpsville, that big offensive line.
Yeah.
That was the 41st rushing play of the night for Sharpsville.
Just play after play after play, 1,500 pounds coming at you. And then after you, if you work your way through that, then you got to tackle the 2 Sharpsville running backs. White and Curry, good luck with that.
Mention those 5, and then the 2 tight ends, McFeeters and Miller, are both 225, 230.
Right. Yeah.
2nd and goal at the 2. 6:13 to go. Turn, give to Curry, and Curry takes it in. Touchdown number 4 tonight for Gino Curry. That extends the lead to 34-15 with 6:07 to go.
Yeah, Curry just off tackle, able to get into the end zone, and the Sharpsville offensive line on that particular possession really able to flex its muscles.
Piccarelli on for the extra point. He's 4 for 4 tonight, looking to go 5 for 5. Kicking at the goalpost to the left. It's funny, small school football. Cadman, the starting quarterback's the wingman on the left side on the extra point team.
How about that?
Logan Kent will hold. Snap is good. Kent puts it down. Kick is up. And the conversion is good. Rylan Piccarelli, 5 for 5. Sharpsville, a 21-0 edge in the second half. Blue Devils lead 35-15. We'll come back with a kickoff on Sports Radio 96.7 and Facebook Live.
Attorney Bill Monk.
525. I'm sure Randers does it. Don't have that water.
$35-15, Sharpsville with the lead. 6:07 to go. Ryan Briggs, Chris Burtch with you tonight. Don't forget, after the game, Brian Hartson Shorts player of the game, Lock, Stock, and Barrel play of the game, then the Warner's Homes and Improvements 5th quarter scoreboard show until 11 o'clock tonight.
Yeah, the Sharpsville, just they just it's hard to to quantify it, but the games that we've seen here of theirs this season, Gerard, Reynolds, and now tonight against Lakeview. This is what they do. They shorten the game up. It's a perfect script, that they really believe in and that they follow. And man, is it really just paid off in them having a terrific season in, kind of what was supposed to be a rebuilding season for this program. So again, you just have to love a team that, can find a new identity, compared to the year before as quickly as this Sharpsville team has.
Blue Devils have had the ball for exactly 25 minutes tonight. Piccarelli angles this one far side, but Sharpsville is offsides. And thus we'll have a re-kick now from the 35-yard line with 6:07 to go.
Yeah, did Piccarelli kind of take an extra stutter step or something that he doesn't usually do? Usually, you don't blame the kicker for that, but in that case, you saw a couple of guys looking at Piccarelli kind of shrugging their shoulders, and it did look like he took an extra step or something. I mean, it's their fault because you don't leave until the ball is kicked, but I think everybody kind of times it out.
So the penalty, the sixth of the night on Sharpsville for 41 yards. Lakeview 4 flags for 35 yards. But generally a pretty clean game tonight. Not a lot of penalties, just the one turnover. Certainly a costly turnover as Lakeview was driving. But the forced fumble by Hayden McFeeters. And the kick by Piccarelli, line drive down the middle. It's going to roll the 15 to the 10. Skiles will go back to the 5, drop it, and I'll pick it up. Blake Skiles looking to get outside the numbers on the near side. Skiles upfield to the 20. Skiles at 25. To the 30, cuts back to his left and brought down to the 32, but a flag behind the play, and they're going to get a block in the back. And Lakeview's going to start this drive back near the 10-yard line. Owen Reynolds pleading his case,
on the return, there is a flag on the play.
They're going to get him for the illegal block.
Announce the winners of the Lakeview Football Booster Raffle. First place with a $500 cash prize was Cheyenne Watkins.
That's just one of those things where, when the night turns sour, when the game kind of goes sour.
$100 gas card was
the file's going to be for the peel-back block instead.
Those 3 people on their win.
So the blindside block, and it's going to be half the distance to the goal for the penalty, or are they going for the...
Thanks again.
See if they're going to mark this off. The penalty was actually back at about the 20-yard line.
Okay.
So we'll see where the ball ends up. Updates for you. Greenville goes to 5-1, win 42-zip over Northwestern. Hickory all over Niles tonight, 49-0. Conneaut over Maplewood, 41-0 after 3. Fairview leading Seneca in a tight one late, 13-9. And congratulations to Gerard, 21-7 win over Warren. So the Jackets give Mark Brooks his first win.
Yeah, we like Coach Brooks. Good for him.
Ball back to the 10-yard line. That's where Lakeview begins this drive with 5:58 to go. Trailing 35-15. Quick pitch on the option goes to Shell on the right side. Shell across the 15 out to the 18-yard line.
Shell, the ball carrier.
Go back to the option on the short side. Nice gain there. Pick up a 7.
Yeah.
For Gavin Shell. Shell taking on a greater role in the ground game over the last handful of weeks.
Yeah. Last handful of weeks, and certainly tonight here in this as this second half is kind of winded.
His 5th carry of the night.
Yeah.
Sharpsville outgaining Lakeview 320 to 201. 20 first downs tonight for Sharpsville also.
Just looked great, haven't they? I mean, this is just who they are.
2nd and 3 at the 17. 4 receiver set. Zackrell throwing the ball downfield, looking for Boer, and incomplete. Jaden White downfield step for step with Boer. It will be 3rd and 3.
For Boer, incomplete.
5:09 to go in this one.
Geez, Coach Williams would have been happy with that extension there by White, getting the inside hand out. Little basketball defense maneuver there.
That Fairview Seneca game has gone final 13-9. Fairview, which lost earlier this year to Grove City, defeating Seneca. Titusville over Northeast 47-14. Eisenhower over Union City 34-7. And Reynolds down 34-0 late to Cambridge Springs.
Yeah, that Aliquippa Newcastle game final 2. The Quips and Newcastle their first loss of the year.
Lakeview now will have to take a timeout. Sailors We'll have 2 timeouts left. We never run out of timeouts. We'll
Timeout taken on the field by Lakeview. That Sailor timeout is taken with 5:09.
We'll come back with more fourth quarter action after this. Your score, 35-15. Sharpsville on top on Sports Radio 96. Oh, okay. Well, we're not in break yet. The previous extra point they're saying was no good.
Yeah.
So why didn't you say something? Did you know?
I didn't know.
Okay,
no.
I didn't either.
I didn't hear until you just.
Well, they just told us here. So 34.
Take a second and
it's 34-15. 30-second timeout. We know we can do that. Back after this on Sports Radio 96.7.
There's a sign posted there.
Action to saying faith-based content and Christian music, making people blessed and feel closer to Jesus. And feel closer to Jesus. Feel closer to Jesus.
Third down and 3 for Lakeview from the 17-yard line. And it's an end around coming to Boer, trying to get around the left side. Boer upfield, stumbles forward and gets the first down out to the 25-yard line. Boer picks up 8, and Lakeview has its 4th third down conversion of the night.
Yeah. Ball carrier.
You needed that, right? It's just any little thing here, any kind of sign of life here is what Lakeview's looking
on the
for.
stop for Sharpsville.
Got to score in a hurry, but you got to start somewhere.
25-yard line.
Clock under 5 minutes to go in this one. Ball up to the 25-yard line. Lakeview breaks the huddle. Lakeview returns to Region 2 play next week at Greenville. Sharpsville will be home to Mercer in Region 1 play.
Okay.
1st and 10. Handoff is to Skiles. He's going to pull up and throw. Skiles looking downfield for Boitnott, and it is incomplete. Batted away. Cadman got a hand in there to break it up. It'll be 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Cadman had a really good shot at a good angle.
Not incomplete.
Kind of
away by Cadman.
Just looked away from the football last second, knocked it away, but probably he's thinking, wow.
Ball comes back to the 25-yard line, 2nd down.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 at the 25. Clock stop with 4:22 to go. Don't forget, we'll have the lock, stock, and barrel play of the game, Reinhardt's Insurance player of the game in our post game. Then send it back to Aaron, Darren, and Art in the studio until 11 o'clock tonight. Boer, Boitnott, and Julian Zach will come wide right. Boitnott is the outside man. Skiles wide left. Leighton Zackrell in the shotgun. And Zackrell will keep it over left side on the option. Now cuts back to his right. Zackrell has the first down, dumped by Brennan Huffman, but Zackrell out to the 37-yard line. He'll pick up 12. And a first down for Lakeview.
Yeah, great job by Zackrell.
35-yard line.
Just able to kind of pick his way up the field and then find a spot.
Spotted at the Lakeview 36-yard line.
Get out there and get that first down for Lakeview.
First down and 10.
34-15 the score. There was confusion on the last extra point. One official put his hands up, the other didn't, and then they got together and said it was no good. So the point was taken off, so it is 34-15, but 3:48 to go. Handoff comes to Shell, dodges the man in the backfield. Shell upfield to the 50, Shell to the 45, and he'll be cut down out in the open by Jaden White. Gavin Shell, a nice run into Sharpsville territory to the 45. He'll pick up 18, his long run of the night.
Yeah. A well-designed play, little misdirection there, and Shell coming out of off tackle.
5-yard line. First down and 10, Lakeview.
1st and 10 with 3.5 minutes to go. Zackrell tonight is 7 of 10 for 79 yards. Boer with all 7 catches.
Yeah,
Julian Zackrell wide left along with Boer. Boitnott's the outside man. Skiles wide right on the short side of the field. 1st and 10 at the 45. And Zackrell back to pass. Deep drop. He will send this one downfield looking for Skiles, and it is caught, but out of bounds, but then batted away by White for good measure. It will be 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, Skiles got up and kind of looked over at the official like there's the pass interference, but they're not going to call that 5 yards out of bounds.
It didn't look like interference either.
No, it wasn't, no.
So it'll be second down now and 10 with 3:08 to go. Sharpsville will go to 5-1, but you know Lakeview's going to be certainly a factor in this 1A race.
Yeah.
You know, going to Greenville next week, that's a big one for
That's
both
a big
teams.
one, yeah.
And then at Cochranton on a Thursday night. So
yeah, that's a big one for them too.
Yeah, tough stretch. You figure very physical Reynolds team tonight, Sharpsville, then at Greenville, then a short week to go to Cochranton, then you finish up with Cambridge Springs here.
Yeah.
And then Franklin at home in week 10. The give will go to Johnny Husband, his first carry of the night. Husband brought down by Brian White.
Husband, the ball
at the
carrier,
40.
comes to the near side.
Johnny Husband getting a carry. And picks
Brian
up
White
5.
on the tackle.
So it'll be 2nd and 5 as we turn under 3 minutes to go in this one.
Again, just kind of editorializing a little bit. You and I have gotten the assignment here for a lot of these 1 and 2A games. And the fields are deep, right, in both 1 and 2A, and
especially 1.
Yeah, especially 1, right? And so.
You think about Greenville, Lakeview, Cambridge Springs, Reynolds, among others. Boer in motion. Fake the hand off to him on a jet sweep left. Zackrell keeps it. And Zackrell is drilled. Antonio Miller put a shoulder right in his breadbasket and dropped him.
Yeah.
Big gain of 1 to the 39, bringing up 4th and 4.
Yeah. What you have in 1A that maybe you don't have as much in the other classes that Mercer County teams are in is just. Oh, geez, that's Zackrell.
Zackrell was
and we have an injury time
on his way over and came down. He took a big hit from Miller, put his shoulder right, and just a textbook tackle, and Zackrell down. So Owen Reynolds will come in and quarterback the 4th down play. But 1A and then of course 3A.
Yeah,
I think certainly Sharon Hickory would be the favorites now. But you look at Titusville, look at Fort LaBeouf.
Right,
certainly.
Yes,
a team that is factoring there. Fairview is never an easy team to prepare for the way they play.
Yeah. I mean,
you can never count out a Grove City again. The Eagles, it's been they've had some tough sledding at times this year, but on a given week, nobody wants to play them.
Yeah, well, I think could you make the case certainly in 1A that there's very good Crawford and Erie County teams, or at least Crawford County teams in 1A, but then in 3A, this is sometimes a hot button topic. The Erie County teams are closer.
Yes,
they might not be closer to Hickory and Sharon, but I mean, just as far as we've not really seen Erie County 3A teams, be at that level, at the level that they, the good ones are this year. So.
Hickory will be at Titusville next week. That's a very interesting matchup
really
up there.
Yeah.
Certainly, Hickory playing well, going over to Niles and smashing the Red Dragons tonight. But Titusville, Titusville's one of the few teams really across District 10 that is senior heavy.
Yeah, they're senior heavy. They're heavy.
Yeah.
They have a great running back and a great quarterback. And
so it'll be Owen Reynolds at quarterback for this 4th and 4. Johnny Husband to his right. Boer slot right inside of Boitnott. 2 receivers left. Reynolds throws it downfield. It's caught by Boer, makes the catch, and Boer will have the first down. Cut down out in the open by Jaden White. But Owen Reynolds coming out of the bullpen to get the first down completion to Boer. He makes his 8th catch of the night. He'll pick up 5 to the 34-yard line.
Yeah, nice job by Reynolds coming in and picking up a clutch 4th down play. And
ball spotted at the Sharpsville 34-yard line, 1st down and 10, Lakeview.
So I have to think that Reynolds is probably going to be. Nope.
No.
As I said, Zackrell's back in.
Zackrell's back in. Yeah, you could see him telling the coaches, I'm ready. I'm good. Get me back in there.
Down to a minute 20 to go. 34-15. Sharpsville leads. Zackrell back to pass. Zackrell now will take off and head upfield inside the 30 to the 28. Cut down by Brennan Huffman along with Brian White.
Zackrell on the keeper.
Brennan Huffman, he's had a really nice year at inside linebacker this year for Sharpsville as a sophomore.
Huffman and White.
I was just thinking that a couple of plays ago. Really good lateral speed. Gets off the block really well. Fundamental tackler.
Pickup of 7 for Zackrell to the 27. We're down to 50 seconds to go in this one. Lakeview led 15-14 at the half, but Sharpsville a 20-0 edge in the second half. 2nd and 3, Zackrell in the shotgun. Zackrell will give it to Husband on a counter. Johnny Husband hit by Miller. And no gain for Husband.
The ball carrier brought down by Miller.
See, Lakeview does not have to run another play. We'll see what the Sailors elect to do here. If they may try to get off one more play before this one wraps up. Down to 15 seconds to go. Sailors break the huddle. Julian Zackrell wide left. Skiles is a slot to the left. Boer slot right. Boy, not wide right. 5 seconds to go. Boer in motion. Hand off to Boer on a jet sweep. Trying to get outside of a block. A husband cuts back inside, and then Boer will be hit by Massey and dropped at the 24-yard line. And that is it. The ball game is over, and Sharpsville gets the win tonight, 34-15. Chris, great effort tonight from Lakeview, but Sharpsville just too strong in the second half.
Just too strong in the second half, and again, just that, that script that they follow, right? So they control the clock, they pick up first downs, they wear you down along the line of scrimmage, and in the end, that's really tough to do something about. Yeah, so
streaming the game for us here tonight.
Yeah, your final tonight here at Lakeview High School. Sharpsville a winner, 34-15. We will come back with a full post game after this, right here on Sports Radio 96.7 and Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook.
Cheerleaders for coming out this evening. The midgets and mites were here.
Chocolate? Oh, it's chocolate. Sounds an improvement. Are you or a loved one looking for a senior living residence offering independent living and personal care? Then the Heritage at St. Paul Senior Living Community in Greenville is first for you. The Heritage offers private practice, provide the comforts of home, with as little as much personal care and food need. Call 724-588-7610 or visit stpens1867.org to see some more information or to schedule a tour.
Friends, and someone offers a little company. Person who gave to you may not even know. So can you increase your business overdose? Every day, minimum 300 Americans die from drug overdose. Look at that. Be your own advocate. Contact Mercer County Behavioral Health Inc. in Mercer, PA at 724-662-2230 or visit cdc.gov/stop overdose. Brought to you by the Heritage Community Living Club and the Mercer County Opioid Settlement Fund.
This is XYZ Insurance. How can I help?
I have a question about my home policy.
Okay, question about phone policy.
Home policy.
Okay, no policy.
HOME, home.
Technology is great, but sometimes it's better to talk with a real person. With Area Insurance, you have a caring, independent agent who's with you from beginning to end. MailerInsurance.com. Mailer Insurance, a Reinhardt's agency affiliate. Go to EerieInsurance.com for company life insurance product details.
The fifth quarter show is brought to you by Reinhardt's Insurance. Insurance solutions to help you accomplish your goals. And now, proud sponsors of the Player of the Game.
We are back here tonight at Lakeview High School, where tonight Sharpsville defeats Lakeview 34-15. Ryan Briggs and Chris Burtch with you tonight on Sports Radio 96.7. Thanks to our cameraman, Cole Kudiak. Great job, Cole. Appreciate your help. Look forward to working with you again down the road. And as you saw tonight, 34-15, your final in this one. It was 15-14 Lakeview at halftime, but Sharpsville outscoring the host Sailors 20-0 in the fourth quarter tonight, or the second half, to get the victory. We'll come back with the scoring summary, the stats, and our postgame awards on Sports Radio 96.7.
Especially if you're Hermitage, because of your local schools. It's done business cards, brochures, banners, apparel, and more. The Hermitage and Press team ensure top quality results with lightning fast turnaround. Plus, their marketing solutions will take you to the next level. Elevate your image and stand out from the competition. Experience excellence in printing and marketing at Minuteman Press today. Minuteman Press, 3170 East State Street in Hermitage. Online at hermitage.minutemanpress.com or follow them on Facebook. Mention this ad and receive 10% off your first order.
I'm hungry.
Well, I know just the place to go.
They got what I like?
Oh, yeah.
When? Wait, what about drinks?
Well, it's a bar and grill, so yeah, you're covered.
Win-win?
Speaking of win, they've got gaming too, so you can
win-win-win.
Come sit down for a great meal, a great drink, a great time, or all three. Bay's Pub and Grill has just what you want, so come by for good eats, cold drinks, and the latest ways to win. Bay's Pub and Grill, East State Street, Hermitage.
In 1973, Lock, Stock, and Barrel opened their doors and served their first of over 3 million giant submarine sandwiches. And they still serve 42 whole subs on 15-inch buns. Lock, Stock, and Barrel also has burgers, specialty sandwiches, wraps, gyros, salads, wings, and even breakfast. Lock, Stock, and Barrel is also a full-service deli. Party rings, meat and cheese trays, and full veggie trays are all available. Open Tuesday through Saturday. Closed Sundays and Mondays.
This is XYZ Insurance. How can I help? I have a question about my home policy. Okay, question about phone policy.
Phone policy.
Okay, gnome policy.
HOME, home. Technology is great, but sometimes it's better to talk with a real person. With Erie Insurance, you have a caring, independent agent who's with you from beginning to end. Your local Erie agent is Manor Insurance. Get a quote today at ManorInsurance.com. Manor Insurance, a Reinhardt's agency affiliate. Go to ErieInsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
The fifth quarter show is brought to you by Reinhardt's Insurance. Insurance solutions to help you accomplish your goals. And now, proud sponsors of the Player of the Game.
And we are back here one final time tonight on Sports Radio 96.7 and Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook. Ryan Briggs and Chris Burtch with you. Art Shannon back in the studio. 34-15, your final in this one. Time now for the scoring recap in this one. It was Sharpsville taking the lead with 35 seconds to go in the first quarter. Gino Curry, a 5-yard touchdown run, capping a 14-play, 84-yard drive that used 8 minutes, 21 seconds. Rylan Piccarelli with the first of his 4 extra points, and it was 7-0 Sharpsville. The lead did not last long, however, as Sharpsville scored 21 seconds later. Leighton Zaccaro, a 14-yard touchdown run. That was set up by Braden Boer's 66-yard kickoff return to the 14. It was 7-6. Lakeview initially went for 1. Sharpsville penalized. Offsides. Lakeview went for 2 and got it. Blake Skiles scored on a 2-point run, and Lakeview had an 8-7 lead after 1 quarter. In the second quarter, Gino Curry scored the second of his 4 touchdowns, a 1-yard run. That came with 4:21 to go in the half. Piccarelli's extra point made it 14-8 after the 7-play, 50-yard drive that used 3:32. Lakeview answers, however. Leighton Zaccaro scores his second touchdown of the night. Came on a 4-yard touchdown run with 22 seconds to go in the half, capping an 8-play, 66-yard drive that used 3:59. Johnny Husband with the PAT, and Lakeview had a 15-14 lead at the break. Third quarter, Sharpsville comes out quickly, however. A 5-play, 69-yard drive that used 1:56. Jaden White scores from 15 yards out. Piccarelli's PAT made it 21-15. Lakeview was driving, but a fumble at the 35 turned it over. Sharpsville drove, was stopped on 4th and goal at the 1, but then Lakeview driving out was stopped on 4th and inches inside its own 30. Sharpsville took over at the 29-yard line. Gino Curry scored on a 13-yard run with 23 seconds to go. That came on the 4th play of the drive. Piccarelli's extra point made it 28-15. In the fourth quarter, Curry, his 4th touchdown of the night, it came with 6:07 to go. Extra point initially called good, then waved off as no good. Either way, 34-15 was the score, and that was the final tonight. Looking at the stats summary, on the Sharpsville side, the Blue Devils tonight, 226 rushing yards, 94 passing yards, 320 yards on 47 plays, 20 first downs tonight for Sharpsville.
Wow.
Lakeview 176 yards, 176 rushing, 84 passing for 260 yards. Lakeview 260 yards and a dozen first downs tonight. Individual numbers for Sharpsville. Quarterback Aiden Cadman, 5 of 5 for 94 yards. Jaden White, 3 receptions, 47 yards. Hayden McFeeters, a 31-yard catch. And Antonio Miller, 1 catch for 16 yards. Gino Curry, 22 carries, 120 yards, 4 touchdowns tonight. White ran 14 times, 103 yards. Cadman, 5 carries for 3 yards. On the Lakeview side, Leighton Zackrell, 7 of 11 for 79 yards. Blake Skiles, 0 for 1. And Owen Reynolds, 1 of 1 for 5 yards. Braden Boer made all 8 catches for 84 yards. Zackrell, 18 carries, 102 yards, and 2 touchdowns tonight. Gavin Shell ran 6 times for 32 yards. Also tonight for Lakeview, Boer, 3 carries, 20 yards. Blake Skiles ran 3 times for 17 yards. Skiles, who led the county in receptions and receiving yards, did not catch a pass tonight. Johnny Husband, 2 carries for 5 yards. A few other numbers of note. Penalties, Sharpsville, 6 penalties, 41 yards. Lakeview, 5 penalties for 45 yards. And let's see what's there. Time of possession, Sharpsville, 25 minutes to 23, but it certainly seemed a lot wider than that tonight, Chris.
Yeah, it sure did. And that, again, I think one of the key elements of the success of this Sharpsville team this season, and certainly tonight, has been their ability to control the clock by, you mentioned 20 first downs for Sharpsville. They just pick up first downs. They keep the clock rolling, and they just don't give you very many opportunities on offense. And that was really certainly the name of the game tonight.
Lakeview 5 of 10 on third down. Sharpsville 1 of 5. Your final tonight, 34-15. Sharpsville gets the win to go to 5-1. Lakeview now 3-3. Time now for our post-game awards, and we will start off with the lock, stock, and barrel play of the game. And we're going to go, Chris, what turned out to be the go-ahead score, was the go-ahead score.
Yeah.
That gave Sharpsville the lead for good. Jaden White's 15-yard touchdown run with 10:04 to go in the third quarter. Blue Devils were down a point. They moved downfield. White scored from 15 yards out to make it 21-15. And really, that drive, a statement drive, put Sharpsville on top to stay. And Jaden White doing what Jaden White has done all year.
Yeah, that was. It was a statement drive, like you said. And, Jaden White, that was one of those runs where it was only 15 yards, but he made you go, wow, about 5 times on that run, finishing it off by running some people over to get into the end zone after a couple of great cutbacks. He's a special back, and that was a special play.
Tonight's lock, stock, and barrel play of the game, Jaden White's 15-yard touchdown run with 10:04 to go in the third quarter that gave Sharpsville the lead for good. That play will be entered into our lock, stock, and barrel play of the year competition. At the end of the season, we will recognize one of our plays of the game as a lock, stock, and barrel play of the year. So congratulations to Sharpsville's Jaden White with tonight's lock, stock, and barrel play of the game. And now for the Reinhardt's Insurance Player of the Game Award, brought to you by Reinhardt's Insurance. And Chris, certainly a number of candidates. You look White over 100 yards again, also 3 catches, 47 yards. How about Aiden Cadman? 5 of 5, 94 yards. On the Lakeview side, Leighton Zackrell rushing for over 100 yards. But tonight we go with the freshman, Gino Curry, 120 yards. Not 1, not 2, not 3, 4 touchdowns tonight. Gino Curry, the first of what I think will be many Reinhardt's Insurance Player of the Game awards for him.
Yeah, no question. He was fantastic tonight. Doing his, as I mentioned, his Craig Ironhead Haywood impression, just running people over. He's certainly got some great feet though too. It's not just all about running people over. And he was terrific. And every time Sharpsville needed a big play, he made one.
The Reinhardt's Insurance Player of the Game is Sharpsville running back Gino Curry. And like all of our players of the game, Gino Curry has received a customized T-shirt courtesy of 2J's screen printing and gifts in Hermitage. So congratulations to Gino Curry, the Reinhardt's Insurance Player of the Game. Sharpsville the winner, 34-15. And with that, we will call it a night here at Lakeview. Thanks to Athletic Director Ryan Harold, Game Manager Gary Burke, Press Box Supervisor Chuck Moon. Thanks to everybody here great spread of food here. We really appreciated it. It certainly hit the spot about 6:15 tonight. So we appreciate that. Cole Kudiak running the video camera tonight, doing a great job. Great to work with Cole tonight here at Lakeview. Thanks to Art Shannon back in the studio as well. Art doing a terrific job as always. Also thanks to Bob Greenberg, our sports director and sales manager. He and Mark Slazak had the Farrell win over Wilmington on 790 WPIC. Well, Chris, when we reconvene here on for high school football, it will be October.
Yeah.
You and I, we will be working a college game tomorrow night. Grove City hosting Allegheny at 7 o'clock. So you go home and get well rested for that, and we'll be together tomorrow night doing that, and then we'll be back somewhere next Friday night in the Mercer County area, and what will be looks to be an outstanding Week 7 slate of games.
Yeah, no doubt. It really starts to get the region races really start to heat up next week. So, yeah, I had a lot of fun with you tonight. Looking forward to tomorrow and next Friday.
For my partner, Chris Burtch, this is Ryan Briggs saying so long from Lakeview High School. Sharpsville will come from behind 34-15 win tonight on Sports Radio 96.7 and Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook. Thanks for listening, and have a great night and great weekend, everybody.
On the Cumulus Sports Network, tonight's game has been brought to you by Bill McCandless Ford in Mercer and Meadville. The Reinhardt's Agency. It's not the insurance they sell, it's the service that makes them better. Mancino's Driving School, where safe driving starts. Lock, Stock, and Barrel. Serving giant subs since 1973. Cash Dollar and Associates, where they have the client and only the client in mind. Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer. Warner's Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1958. St. Paul's in Greenville, a senior living community. Grove City Area Federal Credit Union, banking but better. Attorney Bill Motor, excellence, experience, and integrity. Mercer County State Bank, community-minded since 1911. Herman's Water, when taste matters. Vay's Pub and Grill, make it special, make it Vay's. Hermitage Rotary Club, if you're struggling with prescription opioids, there is hope. Baylor Insurance, trusted for generations. Minuteman Press and One Stop Mail for all of your printing, marketing, and mailing needs. DK Auto LLC in Grove City, specializing in Southern vehicles up to $15,000. The Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash of Grove City is the area's only stay-in-your-car quick lube. We're locally owned and nationally known. Drive in, drive out. It's that easy. The Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash of Grove City. Please thank this great group of sponsors for supporting all of our high school sports broadcasts all season long. Don't go anywhere. It's time for the Warner's Homes and Improvements 5th Quarter Scoreboard Show, right here on the Cumulus Sports Network.
5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2.
What? Hold on. Just because the game is over doesn't mean we're going.